So the thunder throws, so shock and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denial through torturous flight. Only faced facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float. Wails of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied Olympian decree, now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Chains of torment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Lost in sulfur, desperate crowd. Zeus watches from
Good morning, Bama. Good morning, Tinkerbell. Good morning, Lisa. Welcome to the show. Yvonne, good morning. Ladidra, good morning. All right. Sylvie, good morning. Libra, welcome, welcome, everyone. Just welcome to the show. You know, Mrs. Silk, welcome back. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. We're going, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we came to do? Lower those taxes and pay off those debts. Hey, hey, hey. Woo. J-Dog, please knock it off, J-Dog, please.
face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float.
Woo.
Wails of the foolish on the underworld moat.
Hey.
Eternal chains, no antidote.
Yes, yes, yes.
Antidote.
All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we came here to do. All right.
Me, Zeus.
All right, all righty. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we got to do. Let's get this show started.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing.
And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. You know, that's what I tell people. J Blues, right? Yeah. Don't try to photocopy. Be yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Right, Coco? Thank you, Coco. I love you so, so much. Hey. Time to show and prove. Show them what I've been doing. Good morning, Cabri. All right. Welcome. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Happy, what is today's date? Wednesday. All right, let's go ahead and kill the music. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Alter Ego, you're back in the Thunderdome. You know what I say in the Thunderdome, all right? Anything could possibly go, but don't worry, I'll keep this thing on track. Oh, look at this brother right here. I knew you. Her thirst bucket, yeah, brother. I noticed you've been, you know, really trying to process how things have been going. Good morning, RMC. I'm still going to deliver the unadulterated truth. And again, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, BJ. I see you. You all must really love me to show up this morning, all right? I'm still going to deliver the unadulterated truth to you, all right, ladies and gentlemen, all right? You know, because, you know, we know who's in the White House. We know exactly who's in the White House.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
Yeah, you heard that? You got to do it, whether they like it or not, supposedly. All right, so before we get into it, for those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or some say Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it. I am and will always remain the most handsome. And many of you, good morning, Maureen, you know exactly why we are here. Because somebody has to hold these people on the right accountable. We're not just going to surrender to we're not going to surrender the White House and our government to these, what I call thugs. These are some real thugs out here. All right, and you know what to expect during this administration. You know Donald Trump is going to grift like he's never grifted in his life. This is going to be worse than the first time he was in office. His son, his children, all of them, they're all his daughter. They're all going to rip the American taxpayers off. You might as well imagine a bank being robbed and a bunch of people going in with a bunch of bags, empty bags, and walking out with them full, because that's exactly what they intend to do. So listen up. If you're a Trump supporter and you don't want to have honest conversations about the state of affairs in this country, you might want to leave this live, all right? Because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Mm-hmm. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And see, the fake media, they won't tell you what I just told you. But yeah, if you're not happy with the state of affairs in this country right now, you might as well pack your bags and leave. All right, does anyone out there have a problem with Joe Biden's America still? Does anyone out there still have a problem with President Biden's? Good morning, Cece. Does anyone out there still have a problem with President Biden's America? Because if you think President Biden's America is terrible, like I have been saying, especially to you so-called brothers and sisters out there, you have no idea how much your life is going to hurt once Donald Trump and his cronies become president, all right? You don't have much time. If I were a lot of you blacks in the United States, I would really consider moving out of the country, possibly Africa. Police immunity, like I've been trying to say, he's trying to give police more immunity than what they already have. And guess what? Guess what that turns into to all you so-called brothers and sisters out there? More harassment by law enforcement. And you don't got to be doing anything wrong. That's why I've been telling you all. You might want to check your registration. Make sure it's current. Make sure no one stole your tags, because they can pull you over. They can pull you over, and you know how that goes. But guess what? At least you won't be woke, right? The second thing is you're going to be broke. 1929 style depression. I'm not even making this stuff up. Mass deportations. They're already starting it. All right. You're talking about a good chunk of the workforce possibly being taken out of this country. And I haven't heard any Trump supporter out there actually admit that they would do the work that these wonderful people are doing to help keep inflation down. And then you mix that with the tariffs. You're definitely going to be broke. All right. But guess what? You won't be woke. I'm running out of ways, or I'm running out of creative ways to explain to people just how bad things are going to be once Donald Trump gets into office. He said he was going to stop the wars in the world, but the wars are ramping up, right? I mean, we're heading towards World War III, right? You may try Thailand, Mrs. Silk. Yeah, I mean, because he's not doing anything to try to bring the temperature down. As a matter of fact, he's ramping it up, and he's going against Mexico and Canada, because guess what? Might as well make the price of those things go up, right? Now, somebody said that I'm fear-mongering. I don't even buy that. Let's not do the identity politics, MAGA. Let's stick to the issue, all right? Leave the issue as it is. Tom Homan, Donald Trump's border czar, went on the Fox News yesterday, and he has a PSA announcement. Again, he's not slowing down. Listen to what he is saying, and then you tell me who's really fear-mongering. Is it Zeus or is it Donald Trump?
Here now with more is the incoming Trump border czar himself, Tom Homan. Tom, welcome to the show. Would you please comment on the specific granular plan that Sarah Carter has reported on, how in fact you're going to use trains, planes, and automobiles?
Somebody said that I watch too much CNN in the chat. This is Fox News, Idaho. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Idaho is triggered. This is Fox News. Your sources. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire for Idaho. Idaho came in here and immediately started lying. Is it because... I know why you did it, because you're judging me, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire for the guest named Idaho in the chat who accused me of playing CNN when it's Fox News. A liar like we've never seen him. Let's give him a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA
like it when I go fishing in your water hole and bring you the information, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because guess what? I'm not going to sit back and let you guys try to take over this country. Absolutely not. Let's go finish. Let's listen to what.
Repatriate these illegal migrants back to their home countries.
This is Tom
Like
Homan.
Sarah said, like me and Governor Abbott, we're not waiting until January 20th. I've been out to Texas. We're already meeting. We're planning how we can work together to help Texas, secure their border at the highest level ever. He's done a great job. Illegal immigration in Texas is down 86% because he put in place a lot of Trump's policies, right? He's building border barriers like President Trump did. He's adding consequences to those who cross the border illegally. He's arresting them with trespass. And people need to understand DPS has done a lot. Not only is Governor Abbott's action protecting Texas, they're protecting the United States because most of these illegal aliens aren't staying in Texas. They're moving out of the country. Every ounce of fentanyl his trooper sees is less overdose deaths. Every person they arrest for trespass is one less getaway. So they get fingerprinted, they get vetted. At least we know they're not terrorists. But we're going to follow that model across the southwest border. But my plan is, and I've been very vocal about this, we're going to contract as much work out as we can. Work that doesn't require a badge and a gun, because I need badges and guns on the street to do the deportation.
Whoa! Did you catch that? We're going to contract out as much work as we can. Cost of the government is just going to go through the roof. All right. And then there's going to be two types of situations out there. Those where it requires you to have a badge and a pew-pew. And then it's going to be the other one where it's just regular business as usual. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is truly what's going on in this country. But he didn't stop there. Let's go. Let's finish it. Let's
have his action protecting Texas. They're protecting the United States because most of these illegal aliens aren't staying in Texas. They're moving out of the country. Okay. Every ounce of fentanyl his trooper sees is less overdose deaths. Every person they arrest for trespass is one less getaway. So they get fingerprinted, they get vetted. At least we know they're not terrorists. But we're going to follow that model across the southwest border. But my plan is, and I've been very vocal about this, we're going to contract as much work out as we can. Work that doesn't require a badge and a gun, because I need badges and guns on the street to do the deportation operation. So when it comes to driving bus transportation, whether it's ground or air, whether it's processing, whether it's some other administrative duties, contract that work out. Because right now we got badges and guns doing that work. Get them out of that administrative work, put more on the street, and that's what we're going to do. And if these sanctuary states and cities keep pushing back, I'll have the extra resources to double manpower in those sanctuary cities. Because if we can't arrest a bad guy in the jail with one agent, it means I got to send a whole team out in the field to find this person. And for officer safety reasons, we need a whole team rather than just one person. So this is the plan we're putting together. And Governor Abbott's come to the table. He's the first one to come to the table, and I accepted it and shook his hand and said, let's go, let's move on.
Okay, so you heard that part. Now, that's fear mongering, right? That right there, as far as I'm concerned, is what we call fear mongering. I want to share with you all a story, and then I'll go to the box, all right? And we'll have these conversations with anybody that's actually willing to be honest, all right? A Georgia town's vote for Trump threatens its immigration workforce. This is coming straight out of the Wall Street Journal, for those of you who want to look into it. As President-elect Donald Trump pledges to carry out the largest deportation in American history, worry is spreading through the self-declared carpet capital of the world. This community, nestled in the North Georgia mountains, faces a prospect partly of its own, making, quote, it overwhelmingly backed Trump. So this is a place that overwhelmingly supported Donald Trump, all right? Yet an extensive removal of immigrants could upend its economy and labor force. You get what's happening? This is why I talk to Trump supporters every day, because I want you to understand. You did this to yourself. Miguel Marquez, 53 years old, arrived in Dalton a year ago from Mexico. He lacks a work permit, but has picked up day jobs cleaning homes that are being remodeled. Marquez stretches his wages to support his 15-year-old daughter, who has since joined him. Now he lives in dread of getting caught in an immigration raid. He ventures out only periodically to visit the corner market for food supplies, and then he quickly heads home. Do y'all consider Who's doing the fear mongering? He didn't say, oh, because I listen to Zeus's show, I listen to Democrats, I'm doing this. It's because of the mass deportations. And who's promoting that? You. You know exactly who you are. See, the fake media won't tell you that, but I'll tell you that. Quote, I'm there hiding because of the worry about this situation, Marquez said in Spanish. Rising crime and cartel violence drove him to flee his country, he added. If they grab me and they deport me, they're sending me directly to be unalived. You see what's happening? The unease ripples beyond workers to employers. If you took the Hispanic workforce, if you took out the Hispanic workforce, this would shut down completely. Businesses are actually acknowledging, yes, you get rid of these people who are helping us make money. We're in a lot of deep trouble. So I ask again to you Trump supporters, this isn't Joe Biden's problem now. This is your problem. How are you going to wiggle yourselves out of that? Huh? You know what? You don't got to take my word for it. Let's see. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and try to explain how this once again will work, please put a 1 in the chat and I'll talk to you. All right. But you got to be nice and respectful. No identity politics. All right. No identity politics. But you got to be willing to actually address the real issue. All right. I get it. You all don't like the way that I deliver this truth. But guess what? Someone has to do it. All right. I see the world just like you. Thank you, Lou. I see the world just like you. I see the racism. I see the misogyny. I see the capitalism. All right, the xenophobia. I see it all too. But we should be trying to do better, not do worse. But apparently some of you want to do worse. All right. What truth, Mr. Lexington? Mr. Lexington, how about you? Mr. Lexington, I mean, you asked a good question. Why don't you come up here? All right, champ. If you don't mind, and we can actually address the issue. I in particular, to my brothers and sisters that get in the box with me all the time, please get up here. I want to definitely ask you all some serious questions about the way that you continue to just demonize the Latin community. Oh, you know, and I heard what a lot of you said. You all seem to have no clue how the United States being a melting pot, a diverse country, benefits you, which is to me totally bizarre. It goes against a lot of the things you were raised to do and believe. Right? Good morning. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right. Please put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and come on up here. Host doesn't. Okay. Hold on. Somebody said I don't see them waiting. All right. I mean, I've spoken to you before, and we've had several disagreements. Correct? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. So you heard what I read, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything in there that you disagreed with? Because it didn't really come from me.
Well, yeah. I heard what you read, but you know it's funny that you forgot to read the fact that the Biden administration is they're taking away the TPS and they're taking away the benefits of all these people that they encourage to come here. Why don't you touch on that? Why don't you touch on the wait?
Well, how about this? How about this?
Wait. Why don't you touch on the fact that they're actually saying that a lot of these people are now going to be deported?
Wait a minute. Could you
by
just
the Biden administration?
Sir, can we read it together?
Interesting.
Can we read it together? I have no clue what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Of course you
So
don't.
can we read it together? Cite your
course you
source and
don't.
let's read it together.
No, I don't have my computer in front of me, but
Well, can you tell me what to look up?
what-
I'll read it.
Go ahead, look it up. Look
Yeah,
it up.
just tell me what to look up.
Look it up. Biden administration retracts TPS of these people that just came in, and it's actually
Okay.
calling for them to be deported, taking away
says-
their assistance, everything from them.
Biden will allow legal permission to lapse for migrants. That one?
No, he's taking it away. It's not going to lapse.
That's what it said. Biden administration won't extend legal status.
true. Not
I don't
true.
get the information that
You know that they're reporting all over the Latin, the Spanish news stations, right? And the
What
Latin
are they
community's
saying?
pissed that
What-
the Biden administration lied to them.
No, I'm not finding the information. It
course
says
you're not.
U.S. won't extend legal status for 530,000
Won't.
migrants.
Did you
So
just
you're
hear
saying that's
won't?
not it.
Won't.
There's something
Did you
else
say-
out there.
Did you say will or won't?
Won't.
Oh, there you go.
But you're saying he took it away. He's just
No,
not extending it. That's a
Well, it's
completely
the
different
same thing,
situation.
isn't it?
No,
It's not.
No.
What is he
The
telling them?
Okay, let's go through it. The Biden
Wait, I thought he
administration.
wanted
I'm
them here.
reading it.
I thought he wanted them here.
I'm reading it.
You
bro.
Democrats only like immigrants from a distance. Stop lying.
Wow. So we can't
It's true.
even learn together.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The Biden administration will not be extending the legal status of hundreds of thousands of migrants who were allowed to fly to the U.S. under a sponsorship program designed to reduce illegal border crossings. So my first thought is, were you in support of it? This thing that he was doing, were you personally in support of it?
Well, I wasn't in support of it. I was actually shocked at the hypocrisy of the Biden administration.
So he had a program in place to help address the issue. You're getting on and you're telling me because he's not extending it, it's an issue, but you didn't even support it to
address what issue?
I asked you, it says under a sponsorship program designed to reduce illegal border crossings. I'm asking you, were you in support of that program? That's a simple question. Because
I didn't even know about the program until they said he was gonna not keep going with it.
okay, but now that you're aware that he put a program in place to help immigrants, now that you're aware of it, all right, and now he's not going to renew it, isn't it safe to say?
Why is he not renewing it?
Well, I haven't finished reading. Let me finish reading.
Because he was using those people as pawns, and it didn't work out for them during the election the way they wanted. So now, hey, guess what? We don't need you anymore.
Sir,
Facts.
Sir, I haven't even finished reading it. I just wanted to know, did you support the sponsorship program that he designed to reduce illegal border crossings? Did you support it?
I told you I didn't know about that program.
But now that you know about it, you've informed yourself. Okay, now that you know Biden did this, yes or no?
Listen,
did you support the
let me tell you
program?
something. I'm not in favor of deportations like Obama did. Over 5 million people being deported under that administration. I'm not in support of cages like Obama did. I'm not in support of mass gun running into Mexico like Obama did. I'm not in support of Obama lying about DACA for 8 years to get votes from the Latin community.
But sir,
I'm not in support of the lies of the left.
Sir.
Like you are, Zeus.
Sir, I didn't go into Obama. I'm not going into Hunter Biden.
I did.
I'm talking about the claim. I'm talking about the claim.
All you guys do is lie and try to use my people as pawns. The
You think that's
Democratic
what
Party
it is?
over. Yes, this is why the Democratic Party is over, because all you guys do is lie to minorities. That's
Are you ready? Are you ready to finish?
Mouthpiece for them.
Are you done?
Are you done lying?
Do you
It's funny
think
that you won't admit that the Obama administration built these fucking cages and lied about DACA and ran guns in the.
First of all, it's too early for you to be in my show yelling, but then at the same time you're using profanity. You've spoken to me several times, and you know how I run my broadcast. Knock it off. You don't know what I'm in support of. You brought up an issue, and the fact that I'm just sitting here reading an article with you on something you brought up, it blows my mind that you can't handle having a mature conversation about it.
No. You know what blows my
I don't
mind?
want
Is
to.
that
I
you
don't
sit here and defend this.
I personally think you should get out of politics. You don't have the capacity to actually discuss things, all right, at a level that will at least help people learn more about what we're trying to get to the bottom of, bro. All right? And I know why, because you're scared. You shouldn't be scared of what I'm saying. I'm not the one talking about doing mass deportations, bro. You know exactly who's doing that. I asked you a very clear question. It says, the U.S. under a sponsorship program designed to reduce illegal border crossings. This came from the Biden administration. I asked you, do you support that? I got crickets, which tells me you look ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to warm up the lake of fire because all he has is yelling loud and identity politics, and that's not going to get us anywhere. I'm trying to actually help people deal with the situation that's coming, and you're up here playing identity politics. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving that previous guest who's triggered because his cult leader is about to do a number on him. Let's give him a round of Boozer James.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Now now you care. Now you care. I don't buy the victim. I don't buy the victim mentality at all. Nope. I sure don't. I sure don't. Look at who we have here this morning. My good friend Law of the Wild. How are you doing, sir?
Doing all right. Zeus, how are you?
I'm all right. A bit under the weather, but you can see I'm still sitting on the throne out here in Olympus. All right. Did you hear any of that conversation that I had, sir?
I did, which spurred my request. I was hoping he would have had the adult behavioral management skills to self-regulate to have a conversation, but it appears that wasn't present.
If he wants to actually try again, and you want to explain things to him, I'm open to that. But I'm not dealing with the name calling and the insults this morning, and that's just to me completely inappropriate. But in the meantime, what would you like to say to him? Because you know he's listening, and maybe people who believe what he was saying.
Yeah, and just to clarify, so the T in temporary protected status is for temporary. It is not meant to be a lasting program. Biden did, as this was in the midst of 2022 when we had a huge surge at the border, for 4 countries, he allowed them, if people had a sponsor in the United States, family member, friend, somebody who could prove that they had the financial resources to support them, allowed them to stay in the United States for 2 years,
right?
In order to try to get a visa or whatever case is.
Uh-oh, you're going in and out, sir. Is your connection, where did you go, Law? I barely can hear you. Are you still there? Law, you disappeared. Law of the Wild, are you still there, bro? Yeah, I mean, we were getting to the bottom of it. Can you all still hear Law? I can't. I can't.
How's this?
Okay, now I can hear you.
All right. Good. Yeah, so if they had a family member, a friend, somebody who could prove financial resources to support them to stay, and during that 2-year period, they could apply for a visa or apply for asylum, apply for refugee status, and it only applied to 4 countries: Haiti, Venezuela, Cuba, and I forget the other country. But now these people have had 2 years, and the Biden administration is saying now it is try to do something that.
Wait, what did he say? The Biden it went out. It went out. Now after 2 years, the Biden administration is saying what? Oh, the 4th country is Nicaragua. Okay, thank you, audience.
Yes, thank you, guys. The Biden administration is saying now that if you didn't do something within the 2 years, you're losing your status.
Got it. And so why do you think he was upset about Biden administration doing that? Because I don't get why they're blaming President Biden. Are you there, Law?
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're having connectivity issues. Law. Maybe we gotta let you go. I think we got enough of what you said, though. They didn't have it. Yeah. They should have been taking care of business while they were here, and if they didn't, then you know what? That's on them. Is that kind of where we're at with it?
You got it, sir. Yeah, sorry for the bad signal, but you got the gist of it.
Okay. And so what do you suggest the previous guest was blaming Biden for? I mean, to me, I don't see why they're blaming Biden for that.
Well, right. And so it's not like Biden is revoking the program. It was intended to last for 2 years at a time when we had a huge surge at the border. This is 2022 when we were having, tens of thousands of border encounters a week. And the whole program was designed to ease the pressure on the border, and it worked. Right now, the number of encounters at the border are lower than when Trump left office.
Wow.
Yeah, he's trying to say that Biden doesn't care about migrants, but the thing is, the program did its job. And I think if he is somebody who's a Republican or supports Republican ideals, he should appreciate that. Hey, if a government program did its job, let's let it sunset and stop investing in it and stop relying on it.
Thank you, W Law in the chat. W Law of the Wild in the chat. You see, This is all we're trying to do every morning, ladies and gentlemen. People are getting up, going to work, listening to the show. We don't want to hear people doing all the name calling and identity politics. We want the information so we can go out and make informed decisions. It's that simple. All right. All right. Now listen up, Law. Do you think that at a certain point it'll sink into a lot of these folks that Donald Trump really did a number on them? Because I'm reading this story about this company in Georgia. It's a carpet company. Well, and it sounds to me like businesses, they didn't realize that this might impact them, or if they did, they didn't care. All right. And then the people who were voting for the mass deportations, it seems to me like they just don't see how this is going to hurt them in the long run. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's extremely problematic because one, like, there's no mechanism for the federal government to conduct mass deportation. They're estimating, so right now we have an estimated between 10 and 13 million people who are here undocumented. And the reason why they're still here is because they don't commit crimes. They're flying under the radar. They're keeping their nose clean. All they're doing is they're working and trying to provide for their family. A lot of them have I-10 numbers, so they're paying taxes. But they're not like, so I work in public defense. I handle a lot of people who are here on asylum status or who are undocumented, and they work very hard to try to keep their nose clean. Yeah. And the ones who are caught, they're the INS, Immigration Naturalization Service, is alerted that, hey, we have somebody here who's undocumented, and if they want to put the resources in, they can come and pick them up and put them into removal proceedings.
Wow.
And they don't want that. So we are already capturing the people who are committing crimes.
Right.
As soon as they're arrested, the federal government is aware, and if the federal government wants to deport them, they can, and they often do.
Right.
So we're talking about peaceable people who are living their lives, contributing to their local economies, contributing to the federal economy, and they're building your roofs, they're picking your vegetables. That's
the part I was trying to help people understand, because to me, Law, honestly, when I hear people, especially in my own community, come up here, get them out of here, and I'm thinking to myself, you have no clue how these people are helping you. You're just making generalized assumptions, and I think a lot of the rhetoric that they're all criminals came from one person. You know who he is, right? Donald Trump. All right, yep. And a lot of these people on the right wing, but it does them a huge disservice to not acknowledge all the other contributions these people have been making to our country. It, to me, blows my mind. Now, my last question to you is, what do you say to people who hear what you just said, and then they say, Law, this is fear-mongering. What you said, is fear-mongering. What do you have to say to those type of people?
I just think it's just basic humanity. It's not fear-mongering to say that going to set today. Just recognize.
Wait a second. Your connection. We got to start all over again. What do you say to those people who say it's fear-mongering? Let's hopefully the connection stays strong, because I know you're improvising for us right now. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean it's not it's not fear-mongering. It's just recognizing mathematics and reality. I ask them. I say, how does the federal government conduct a mass deportation operation? Are they sending the FBI out to do this?
Yeah.
Or are they going to try to use local police? The federal government has no control over local police departments. So who's going to be paying for that? It's estimated that just to remove 1 million people, it's going to cost over $100 billion.
Whoa!
Just to remove 1 million people. And that's,
wow.
And now if we have between 10 and 13, we're talking about $1 trillion just to try to remove people who are not breaking the law, who are raising their family. A lot of them have American citizen children. So now what are we doing? Tom Homan, the new border czar, which is a completely made up position by Republicans, by the way,
yeah.
says says, screw it. The kids could either, I don't care if they're American citizens, we'll deport them along with their parents. Like, this is just crazy, inhumane things. And it's not fear mongering to just simply recognize, one, we don't have the money or resources to do it. But two, it is going to have a detrimental impact to our economy. I did roofing in college, and I know we've got some people out there who do roofing.
Yeah.
It is not easy work. It's not fun work. And it's not something that a lot of people want to do. You could pay somebody $20, $30, $40 an hour. And I tell you, back-breaking labor and stuff like that. But these are the jobs that these people are like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to support my family. And now we're taking all of those people out of the economy. We're taking people out who are picking your vegetables.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to happen is prices go up. That's all that happens. It's not fear-mongering. It's just math.
Wait a second. You said the prices are going to go up?
Well, right, because if you have lower labor.
Oh, wow. You see that was their thing. The egg prices, the ground beef and the bread and the hamburger with the bacon, all of that's going up. You're saying the mass deportation is going to make prices go up?
So let's say that, let's run through a little bit of this math. So overwhelming in the southern part of our country, overwhelmingly it's a migrant or immigrant workforce that picks your vegetables and things like that from the field.
Yeah.
Now we deport all of those people because they're here on they're undocumented.
Right.
Now we've got to hire American citizens or lawful permanent residents to do that work. They're not going to be doing it for $10, $15 an hour. They're going to want $30, $40, $50 an hour. So that means the price of your zucchini or your oranges at the grocery store are going to reflect a 20, 30, 40, 100% increase in labor costs.
Ooh.
Prices go up. That's just how it works.
Wow. And to think, they said Donald Trump was better for the economy, Law of the Wild. Do you know anything? Yeah. Do you know anything about tariffs while we're here? Because to me, these are the big issues: the tariffs and the mass deportations. You know anything about that you want to share with the audience, real quickly?
Yeah, tariffs are absolutely ridiculous, and I've noticed a big shift, and it's only happened in like the last 5 or 10 days. We had all the MAGAs that were coming up in your live. We're saying tariffs are great. They bring back American manufacturing. They don't lower costs. Nobody can make an argument that they lower costs. The only thing tariffs do is raise costs.
Oh!
But in the last 5 or 10 days, I've heard everybody saying he's not actually going to do it. It's just a negotiation tactic. So now we've gone from tariffs are awesome, they're great, they're going to bring back manufacturing, to no, he's not going to actually do them. It's just a negotiation. And I do have a lot of faith that Donald Trump can't achieve what he's actually setting out to do, because he proved in his first term that's exactly what happens.
Right.
That all of his promises aren't going to actually be fulfilled.
Right.
But the shift in the MAGA mindset has gone from Donald Trump is going to do it and it's going to bring back American manufacturing to he's not going to do it. He's just negotiating.
Oh, wow. But to your point,
I did see a comment real quick that I want to address, if you don't mind, Zeus.
Yes, sir. Go for it. You're cooking, bro. Go ahead and cook these demons.
Why didn't Biden remove the tariffs? Guys, tariffs are not inherently a bad idea. Donald Trump had some good tariffs. He also had some terrible tariffs. The good tariffs, the tariffs on Chinese EVs and batteries for EVs. The Chinese government heavily subsidizes their EV industry because they want to corner their market. They want to prevent anybody else from being able to get a foothold into industry. This is pure market manipulation by China. So when the federal government and the U.S. government says we're going to put a tariff on that makes American companies competitive in that market, countering Chinese interference in what should be a free market economy. When the Chinese government pours billions and billions of dollars into that industry so that they can produce things at a lower cost, those tariffs help American companies be competitive. That's a good tariff. Bad tariffs are blanket tariffs. When Donald Trump says he wants to put a 60 to 100% tariff on all Chinese goods, that's a terrible, terrible thing, because the only thing that does is raise prices for everybody. Because the low-income people who are shopping at Walmart, who rely on those Chinese goods in order to make ends meet because they can't afford products from Yeti or American made products. They have to rely on the lower price products. Their prices are going to double, but they still can't afford the American prices. So the only thing that blanket tariffs do is have a detrimental impact to low and middle income people.
Ooh, low and middle income people. Wow. And so they voted for this at the end of the day by voting for Donald Trump, correct?
Yeah, they voted for this and they co-sign on it. I get so tired of hearing people, well, I don't support that policy. I don't support that policy. I don't support this. No, when you vote for somebody, when you put your name back, you are co-signing on their agenda and you don't get to pick and choose which part of the agenda that you're co-signing on.
Bingo. And it's not fear mongering. From what I heard you say, I don't think it's fear mongering. I think
it's math.
Thank you.
It's math.
You're waking people up out of the fog that they've ended up putting themselves in. All right. Well, listen, Law, I might have to bring you back up, bro. I mean, because the way that you're just in here doing what you're doing, I mean, I think a lot of people could benefit from what you have to offer in terms, and I've seen you obviously all over the app and doing what you do. So I want to thank you for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, W for Law in the chat, number 1.
Appreciate you, Zeus. You have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, show Law some love. Okay, this guy is amazing. No lies detected. Thank you, Law. I might have to bring you back up here because, to be quite honest, I don't really want to deal with all of the identity politics stuff. No, I want to get straight to the issue and hear the information the way that you just laid it out so that we can all go on about our morning, all right? So, he was a great guest. Mickey Pete, W Mickey Pete, W Rick, W Ange, no Kimmy, please, all right? No. All right. Listen up. All right. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and, push back on some of the information that you just heard, please put a 1 in the chat and I'll bring you right up here. But you know the rules. None of that identity politics stuff. You know where I stand on very serious issues. It's clear that I'm a Democrat. A lot of my guests that come up here, in one way or another, they side with the Democrats. All right, so we don't need to go back and forth about that. But we do need to go back and forth and go, oh, do you understand? Robert, you said that was great info. All right, yeah, we do need to go back and forth to make sure you all understand what you've gotten yourselves into. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your... I don't even know what you all... Some of you do call him your daddy. I'm not lying. All right? No. Let's see. Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, look at that. Who do we have next? Who do I have next? All right. Who do we have? Spotter? All right. Who is... All right, Spotter. Come on up here real quick. Good morning, Spotter. Welcome.
So, what's going on, Zeus?
Jesus Christ.
What's going on? Oh, just because I do it all the time, we'll do this. Here we go.
What did you want? Oh God! Oh Lord,
What's
have mercy.
going
You can turn it
So,
off.
here's a question for you. The people you bring up, what makes them experts on what they're talking
Hold on. The audience is reacting to you turning on your camera. All right. The audience is reacting. Don't you?
What makes the people you bring up experts on what they're talking about?
Just the fact that they're able to clearly articulate their position. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty decent.
They're clearly able to articulate that they're pissed off that they lost and they're fear mongering.
So you disagree with what Law was saying, correct?
Yes.
What exactly? Because I'll bring them right back up
Because
here.
you don't know what's going to happen.
So what exactly do you disagree with?
You don't know that mass deportations are going to happen. You don't know that prices are going to go up.
Yeah, well, he said something along the lines of, you know how to do math. And
right. See, you could do it. You could do mass. Hold on. You could do tariffs across the board, stop sales tax and income tax, and it would equal out.
You could do what?
You could do tariffs across the board, stop sales tax and income tax, and it would equal itself out. We used to survive on tariffs.
Show me the formula. Show me the Excel spreadsheet that you're working on.
I don't have to. You don't show us anything. I don't have to show you anything.
Oh, okay. So it's just hyperbole. It's just you talking.
That's what you do. Yeah, it's your opinion, just like it's my opinion.
Well, Tiny Tank Top Tom. To be quite honest, I'll take Law of the Wild's word over yours because all you've done.
I know he's part of your cult, so.
I don't have a cult. Number one,
it's called the Kingdom. Your cult is the Kingdom. Yes.
You're just okay. So what else do you have? Because you're not giving me. If I don't feel like I'm actually elevating.
I'm just wondering when you're going to stop the fear mongering. It cost you guys the election, and it'll cost you in 2026, and it'll cost you in 2028.
I disagree. You know why? You know why? I'll say this. I don't think Donald Trump would have won without Elon Musk.
He would have won.
He would not have won without Elon. And you know that Donald Trump on his own. Donald Trump on his own. Absolutely not. He wouldn't have won with that.
It was so bad.
No,
even Democrats chose
the threat to democracy.
Actually,
if you've seen the recent votes that New York just released, I think it was over 200,000. More Democrat votes have gone to Kamala since the results. So the margin of victory is shrinking on a daily basis. Donald Trump would not have won without the help of Russia. He wouldn't have won without the help of Elon. And I do believe there are several other factors that the Democrats had going on that just kind of made it a perfect victory for. No, I never suggested that.
The election was rigged?
Nope. I'm just saying I don't believe Donald Trump has this mandate the way that you're trying to say it. And I also
never said he had a mandate.
Well, a lot of the supporters believe he has a mandate to go out and do these things. So you just heard Law talk about the mass deportations. We've talked about tariffs. At the end of the day, bro, the cost of things that you have grown accustomed to actually buying, they're going to go up, which to me is self-sabotage at its highest level. QX50, thank you for the subscription. So Tiny Tank Top Tom, you're done. You're done, bro.
Are you going to run? Do you think Democrats will run Kamala in 2028?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. That's a lot. We have a lot of time to figure this out. And you know what? Sometimes taking a step back and regrouping is probably the best thing to do. I think, honestly, you're in a world of hurt that you have no clue how to deal with. Like, for instance, have you seen Trump's rhetoric about these wars? He's not trying to stop things. He's actually making it worse. Like I said yesterday, you're not just talking about World War III. You're talking about World War IV, 5, and 6. Because Donald Trump doesn't care. Pete Hegseth, I heard some of the stuff that he's recently that's been dug up. He said a lot of nasty things about Donald Trump. Have you heard some of the things Pete Hegseth has said about the person that's actually...
I don't pay attention to what people
Of course you don't. All right. Of course he doesn't, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know.
I didn't hire him because of his mentality, his rhetoric. I hired him because the other person was a Democrat.
Yeah, that's the silliest thing you could ever do.
Well, no,
that's the silliest. That's so immature, bro. That's immature. That's immature.
I have a question for you. Is it worse
to
vote?
That's a hater move.
Is it better to vote for the lesser of two evils?
No. I want to get back to what I just heard you said. You said I voted for him because he wasn't a Democrat. That means no thought went into
the worst Republican is 1,000% better than the best Democrat.
And that to me just shows. I can't even believe it, but you have the right to vote. It is what it is. But unfortunately, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Because to be honest with you, if Kamala's policies were terrible and the thing she was, I would have said, you know what, I got to vote for this guy. I would have. I'm not. It's not that serious. I'm not in a cult like that.
Yeah, you have a cult.
No. If Kamala was pushing the agenda Donald Trump is pushing, and let's just flip it the other way, and Donald Trump was pushing the agenda Kamala was pushing, I would have said, you know what? I'm a Democrat, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to vote for the Donald Trump situation. Because it's not about, well, because he's a Republican, I'm not going to do it. But the fact that you would give Donald Trump all he wants just off of that, to me, shows you don't care. You're not reading. You're not paying attention. And you, as far as I'm concerned, once things start happening in this country, those egg prices and the wars, I don't even want to hear a word from you. I don't want to hear anything from you.
I'll deal with it when it happens.
No, you won't. You're going to be crying.
No, I won't.
You're going to be in tears.
I haven't been crying about the economy.
Have you heard what's happening in Florida, for instance? People are selling their properties, right? You know, those hurricanes, they did a number on a lot of these people out there. They're selling their properties.
Why would Joe Biden give $1 billion to Africa for storm relief, but he's forgetting about the people in North Carolina?
It's for the Lolita corridor. You know that that rail system out there. And so, don't worry about President Biden.
We need that money here.
No, because listen up.
Okay.
After the hurricanes, the money that was available, you all were unappreciative. Oh, that's not enough. FEMA isn't doing X, Y, Z. We spent a lot of time helping you all understand the resources and the funding is there. Go and get it. You turned it down because Trump told you to. You don't care about aid. You don't care about aid, MAGA. You only want aid if it comes from Donald Trump. This is what makes you all sick.
Okay, but you have the right to think that. So,
all right. Well, listen. Anything else? Because I don't know what else I can say to you to help you.
Yesterday, you were saying that you played a clip that Kamala Harris said she's going to be the president for all citizens.
Yeah, I did.
Yet she concentrates just on the AB crowd.
I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me.
Yeah, I did play that.
Why was her whole platform based around women's rights? She was concentrating on women's rights. That's it.
That's your opinion. I don't believe it was.
That's all it was.
Actually, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
And you could go read. No. Have you read her policies?
I don't care about it.
Yeah, so why would I argue? You know what they say, be careful when you're arguing with a fool.
It doesn't matter what her policies are. I wasn't going to vote for her anyway.
Listen, Tom, Tiny TikTok, Tim, Tom, I'm done. Because you know what they say, be careful when you're arguing with a fool, because from a distance you can't tell who
you're showing you're a fool every day.
And so what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen.
You're showing you're a fool every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiny Tank Top Tim is a prime candidate. They go straight back into the lake of fire, all right? Because he's clearly possessed.
Your lake of fire is not that strong. You keep coming back, Zeus.
Okay, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom straight into the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame. No explanation needed. Yeah, and to anybody that believes what he said is true, this is for you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
How many of you actually enjoy this show and enjoy, hearing these different opinions out there? If you do, please put a 1 in the chat, all right, please, because that's what this is about, all right? I don't want to get into any of these identity politics situations. Look at all those 1s in the chat. That's what I'm saying. If you really enjoy coming in here and just really hearing a diverse range of, this is probably, as far as I'm concerned, one of the most diverse platforms on TikTok, right? Whether you like some of the stuff you hear or not, it's probably one of the rarest places you'll hear what other people believe. And so even though I talk to a lot of people on the other side of the aisle, I've grown a lot of thick skin. Nothing a lot of these people on the other side of the aisle says bothers me, because I know what people say. Sometimes people say, don't they say a lot of things when they're hurt? A lot of you on the right are hurt. Because to think, you heard this previous guest, I voted for a convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist, somebody that I know says a lot of inappropriate things to children. You heard what he said about his daughter, right? You've heard Donald Trump's remarks. Somebody that I believe, has done a lot of harm to this nation. Those classified documents, January 6th, the way he mismanaged the pandemic. Somebody that is actually pushing racism. Some people say he's not racist. Well, I like to use the quote Joe Biden said. He has a dog whistle the size of a foghorn, all right? You would go and vote for this person, and what is your justification? They're not a Democrat. They're not a Democrat. Whole nation's going down in degradation. Whole nation is going down in degradation. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up. All right. And please, I just want to hear seriously, why? Why? And do you understand there's consequences? You know what they say, choices have invoices. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. And we oh, look at this. My good friend Stick the Ruler. Welcome, Stick the Ruler. Are you there, bro?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. It's been a minute. Oh,
Yes, sir.
oh, that's a lot of noise. Okay, all right.
Sorry about that.
That's all good.
So check it, Zeus.
Talk to him.
I wish you would have asked him who was a better president, Little Bush or Barack Obama, Daddy Bush or Bill Clinton. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Joe Biden. I mean, let's keep it G. Let's keep it real.
Keep it a
Let's
buck.
stay to the facts.
Amen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when people get up and they have all these, well, I think, well, the facts and the proof show that in this case, trying to do tariffs all across the board will cost the American people money. Period.
Bingo.
There's nothing you can change about that.
But you can
There's
offset
nothing-
it. He said you can offset it by stripping the income taxes and stuff like that. You know, making people not having to pay income taxes and sales taxes. Did you
Well,
hear that?
those income taxes help with Medicaid, Medicare. They also help with roads and any other things, just like state taxes do. Down here in Florida,
Tanya,
which
listen.
I happen to be,
Oh,
we don't have a state tax, and our roads look like crap.
really?
Yeah. We got a lot of rural areas like, Mississippi, Alabama, these southern states that have terrible roads as well.
Wow.
And for people like me that live in the city and
Yeah.
have to have, go into the rural areas, sometimes when you have, modified wheels,
Yeah.
those roads aren't good for my wheels. And just being honest, the state don't want to pay for potholes, and they don't want to pay for your personal vehicle problems in the
Wow.
sense of flat tires,
Yeah.
big rims, different stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when you go into taking the taxes from the people and shortening them, you're actually shortening some other program that might need it.
And I don't think a lot of people can connect those dots the way you just did, Stick the Ruler.
Well, the thing of it is, it's you got to see it from every angle,
Right.
And what I've realized with MAGA, Donald Trump is the problem, but he's not the problem. The
Got
problem
it.
is his supporters, allowing him to do things and say things and no consequences. This is why we have the Donald Trump that we have. This is why Donald Trump feels that he can grab America by the you-know-what. This is why he feels like rich people, how did he say it? Unfortunately, but fortunately.
Yep.
Or fortunately, but unfortunately.
Now,
How did he say it?
I remember that in
Yeah.
the deposition, he was being deposed about what he did to women. And that's what he said, when you're a celebrity, you can do it fortunately or unfortunately. I remember
Exactly.
that's
Well,
how he talks.
Well, the fortunate was for him.
Oh.
That he was allowed to do it. The unfortunate was what he was doing to the women. So this is the guy that says the stupid stuff out loud, and they don't mind it. They don't mind that he's an ogre. They don't mind that, they're not even the nerds. The Democrats are the nerds, and this is the game of revenge of the nerds. We fixed, again, Joe Biden, since he dropped out of the race, has been fixing this country, has been appointing judges, 61 black appointed judges lifetime.
Thank you. Thank you, President
Can't
Biden.
stop the flow.
President Biden.
You can't stop the
Tanya,
flow,
Tanya,
right?
send a guest request, Tanya. I'll help you out, Tanya. Don't worry. I see you're getting
Yeah.
triggered. You're getting triggered by what Stick the Ruler is saying.
Oh,
But he's
yeah, they're going to be triggered.
yeah.
They're going to be triggered. They don't like the truth. They don't like to hear things like this, that he's still the president, even though Donald Trump is the president-elect. He's still the president.
Yep.
He still is out there giving Ukraine aid and what they need,
Let's
whatever
go.
it is to combat Putin.
Thank you.
See,
We support our allies.
Remember, he's that guy that has dementia and don't know what he's doing. He can't put on his socks. He can't ride a bike. He can't
Right.
walk across his. Yeah, but he's actually making these gangster guerrilla moves that he's supposed to for the United States to ensure our safety.
Amen.
And they hate it.
Yep.
They hate it.
Yep.
So again, Trump, yes, he is the problem, but the bigger problem is his supporters.
I agree.
And
because when you hear him
whatever-
say, when you hear people, W Political Candy in the chat, thank you for the subscription. When you hear people say, I voted for Trump because he wasn't a Democrat, it's like, well, why are we even arguing policy? Right?
Yeah, the whole thing of it is again, I mean, you got a guy, he's not in office yet, right?
Yeah.
He says that before he gets in office, the Ukraine war will be over. It's not over. It's still going. Actually, it's kind of a little bit escalated.
It's
because-
ratcheting up, yeah.
Exactly. And then you have the stuff with South Korea, on and on and on and on, right? You got all these people wanting to be dictators, doing dictator things.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Putin, now the South Korean president, the North Korean dictator, and Donald Trump, they will all be in power at the same time.
Wow.
And hopefully those people that are getting deported, those people's prices of eggs and everything, when they go up, I'll just sit back and I'll say, I'm still gonna buy it because I have to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain, but what I am gonna do is laugh.
Yep.
I'm gonna laugh excuse my language,
Keep
my
it going.
tail off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh my tail off. I'm not trying to be what's the word? A bigot or anything like that. But for
Right.
those who get deported, I'm not helping you. Especially if you voted for this man. You voted
Exactly.
for your own demise.
Bingo.
So it's your fault. Deal with it. I got a birthday coming. As you can see in my profile picture, I'm holding my grandbaby.
Okay.
I love my life right now. I voted for Kamala for her. So
Thank you. Well, when's your birthday?
tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, then we got to celebrate your birthday tomorrow, bro. Come on back here, all right? Now I
Yeah.
got to move it on, all right?
Definitely.
Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen, W Stick the Ruler. I haven't spoken to my brother in months, it seems like, all right? But I'm glad
Yeah.
you're still sticking around and watching and paying attention to what we do over here because you know there's a lot of work that needs to be done. W Stick the Ruler in the chat. Thank you, brother.
Of course. Shouts out to you, Z. Shouts out to Miss Straight Facts, the handsome liberal, and anybody else that tells the truth day after day.
Thank you.
Handle
You.
your business.
All right, I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. W Stick the Ruler. I'm gonna go back to the chat. I saw a lot of brothers in the chat getting triggered by what Stick the Ruler was saying. But I want to bring this up, ladies and gentlemen. I've been meaning to cover this. This came out yesterday, and then I'm going to go back to the box, and hopefully I can get somebody brave enough to get up here. Style 6W in the chat for the subscription. Black Republicans feel left out by Trump's mostly white cabinet picks. Oh, they're crying, ladies and gentlemen. They're starting to now get it. President-elect Donald Trump hasn't yet chosen any black Republicans to serve in his cabinet. All right. Black GOP operatives feel left out by it. All right. The operatives who chose to, quote, remain anonymous. All right. You can remain anonymous, but don't worry. Big Zeus will get the information out. They were discouraged that Donald Trump had given his highest profile cabinet pick so far to mostly white allies. Although Trump tapped Latino Marco Rubio to be his Secretary of State. Yeah. Let that sink in, Tim. Scott Byron Donalds, let that sink in. One Republican who spoke with ABC said that they would not be pleased if Trump stashed a token black at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, as he did in his first term with Ben Carson. Quote, why is every black person given HUD? They asked that rhetorically before adding that it was, quote, the literal black job, all right?
They're taking black jobs now. And it could be 18, it could be 19 and even 20 million. It could be 19 and even 20 million Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be worst in our history.
Got it. Another black Republican told ABC that they were surprised Trump hadn't diversified picks for positions like assistant to the president, barring that what they implied was one regrettable choice during the first term. Quote, I do think if you're really talking about black influence inside the White House, does Trump want his only legacy of having the only AP for 2 terms to be Omarosa? One black Republican strategist asked, quote, another black Republican complained that he felt too intimidated by the left-wing trolls to publicly recommend black Republicans who could serve in the Trump administration. And get this is what he says, quote, I can't tweet that we need more black conservatives because the left will attack me saying it's a DEI hire. Oh my gosh. See, he's a prisoner of they're prisoners of their own reality. So he can't even call it out because if they do, then they're going to go, oh, but that sounds like we're promoting DEI hires. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the black conservatives, especially the ones on this app, let's give them a huge round of boos and shame. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
Yeah, y'all voted for this, but guess what? You won't. At least you're not woke. You're broke. You're broke, but you ain't woke. Woo! I tell you, man, I can't. This is some hilarious stuff because a lot of y'all thought y'all lives were gonna get better. But listen, if you ask me, would you rather be woke or broke? Make me woke, please, because please don't cut my water off. All right. Oh man, times are hard. Oh, mama, can you give me $5, mom, please? I just need $5. What you need it for, son? Oh, I just need it. Okay, well, here's your $5, but can you come get it? Cause, well, I can't come get it because I can't afford the, the gas. So, so you want me to come over and give you the $5? I can't do it. Oh, but hey, at least you won't be woke. Y'all know this don't make any sense. Oh, y'all can't get no jobs and the prices are going up. But hey, you can't make this stuff up. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I shouldn't be laughing. I really shouldn't be laughing, but I see it coming. Put a 1 put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here. Oh, okay. There we go. I knew it wouldn't take too long. Come on up here, DJ. Don't worry. We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower those debts and we'll pay down your taxes. All right. Good morning, DJ. New York Jets, I see you. Hi, DJ. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you, man?
I'm all right. So you voted for Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay. What part of the country are you in? Virginia?
Virginia.
All right, Virginia. Thank you. All right. I try to keep the United States united. I don't want it to be the divided states. All right. So that's why, it's I just do that.
Nothing wrong with that. That's cool.
Yeah. So why did you decide to vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I'm listening to you guys this morning, and I drop in from time to time. I've never been up on your panel.
Thank you.
And again, you bring up some good stuff and some stuff that I don't agree with. So, we all try to be civil about all of this. Okay.
Correct.
But I've heard you guys have been talking a lot about tariffs. We've been talking a lot about. You were just talking about, his appointees and that kind of thing and everything that Donald Trump hasn't done. Well, the guy hasn't even taken office yet. You got to look at the whole picture of what Donald Trump's going to bring to the table. And not just the tariffs and hopefully the tariffs that he talks about, he will apply correctly. I don't think there's any chance that he's going to do all of the tariffs that he's talked about. But I think that it's already has other countries talking and other countries looking at, hey, what are we doing and what's going to happen in the future? I mean, look at what happened with Trudeau in Canada.
But didn't Donald Trump say
Mount Mar-a-Lago to basically, talk to Trump and say, hey, look, this is what we need. This is what you're going to do if you do these tariffs. So that tells you right away that he has other countries paying attention.
Hold on. Hold on. You said something. You said he's not in office?
A lot of people, the number of people dying in the Ukraine-Russia war is a far greater number than anybody knows. And Biden has done nothing about it. He hasn't even spoken to Putin in over a year. Know nothing about it. And this is a war that has to end, and we're going to get that war ended. I'm going to try, and I think I can, get it ended as president-elect. In other words, before I even take over the White House.
Did you hear what he said?
I sure did, yeah.
So you understand why you all get up here and say he's not even president. We're like, that I don't know if you listened to him campaigning, but he projected that he was so powerful that it didn't even take him to be in the White House to get it done. Just the thought of him being president-elect would shut a lot of stuff down in this country. So
who is the president-elect right now?
Donald J. Trump.
So he's still president-elect, right?
Yeah, but he has a lot of influence.
He still has not taken office, right?
Correct. But you heard what he just said.
He said that he's going to try. He thinks that he can get it done while he's still president-elect. Well, he's still president-elect.
Yeah, so am I wrong to want to make sure he does what he says he's going to do as president-elect?
I think that if you're expecting that every single thing that every single politician says he's going to do gets done, I think that you're being unrealistic. However, I mean, would you say that you mentioned just a little while ago?
But for the sake of this conversation, if he doesn't do that, that would mean he's a liar.
Did you listen to exactly what I said?
Say it again.
Trump is no different than any other politician.
Well, because
go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I and the reason that I'm hammering, and I appreciate you, being respectful on the platform, because I know it's very difficult for you to do sometimes, right? But
you as well.
He said he would do things the moment that he is president-elect. I think the issue I have is a lot of you say Joe Biden is a liar. Do you believe President Biden is a liar?
I believe that Joe Biden is a politician. That's what I believe.
So it's okay to lie if you're a politician?
Absolutely not. No, sir. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because we of the voters have the right and have the ability to take those politicians out of office if we're not satisfied with what's happening. And obviously the country is not satisfied with the direction that we're going right now.
Okay, but this is why I'm taking umbrage against what you're saying. I say, okay, you all beat President Biden up, all right? Whether it was because the border issue, right? You say he lied about immigration. He lied about his health, right, to the American people.
He
lied about pardon. He lied about Hunter Biden. He lied about Ukraine. I mean, so when it comes to lying, to me, you take that very serious. Correct? So
we hold them accountable, Zeus. We hold them accountable.
Thank you. So now you understand why not just I, but a lot of us who watched Donald Trump run a campaign fueled, this was 91 octane, the degrade of fuel. It wasn't 87, it was 91 octane fueled on lies. You understand why, even though he's not president, we're ready to hold him to the fire, his feet to the fire. Because, you said it on the campaign trail. I already knew during your last time you were in office, you lied over 30,000 times. And one of the most egregious lies that he kept pushing, well, there's two of them. One, he lied about the dangers of the pandemic. And two, he lied to his supporters about the results of the election. So we're not wrong to already be preparing to engage him and confront him about all of his lies. I think that's mandatory.
I have no issues with that. You absolutely have the right to speak about and talk about and criticize about anything that you like. That's not a problem.
But you now understand you can't say he's not even president yet. I want to take that move away from you. So you can't go around TikTok using that now, because now you understand. Now you understand,
you
right?
played an audio clip from me that said that quoted Trump as saying, as president-elect, I don't know if I can, I'm going to try. I think I can get it stopped even before I'm president. That's the clip you played for me, right?
Correct. And there's more out there.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Because he lied his whole campaign about things. He said whatever he needed to say in order to win the election. Whether it was for now, you're even saying, I don't even think he's going to do a blanket tariff. I don't think it's possible. So then that's another lie. If he does not carry out these mass deportations, that's a
Do
lie.
you think that Vice President Harris told any lies on her campaign?
I'm quite sure.
Okay.
But the difference is, right? I can actually say, you know what, and if you point out something that she lied about, I'll be willing to say, you know what, that was a lie. But the lies he told compared to the lies she may have told, night and day. Night and day, bro. Lying about the results of the election, lying about the dangers of the pandemic. Listen, man, I don't know what Kamala has lied about at that level. I honestly don't. Because those lies cost those lies cost people their lives. Those lives, his lies cost people their lives.
For example,
you're asking me? I told you the dangers of the pandemic.
So you're okay.
The results of the election. Look at how many people who believe the election was stolen.
To be a Monday morning quarterback. It's very easy to say what should have been done and what shouldn't have been done about the pandemic. I think that the lockdowns that President Biden and Vice President Harris did during COVID caused way more damage than anything that Donald Trump did.
Started the lockdown in March of 2020. It was a national lockdown. He
Did
started
Trump
that.
Continue the lockdown as far as the pandemic was a completely different picture when Biden took office than when Trump took office. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, but I also would agree.
Okay.
Would you agree that Donald Trump disbanding Obama's pandemic response playbook was a terrible decision?
Again, going back and looking at it and being a Monday morning quarterback, was it the best decision? Absolutely not. I agree with you. I agree with you, Zeus.
But you know he did it simply because he hated Obama, because Obama was obviously Obama.
I mean, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because he also authorized the Yemen strike without consulting with his national security advisor. Why did he do it? Because Obama wouldn't do it. And what did it do? It ended up costing a Marine his life. Father refused to shake his hand at Dover Air Force Base. To me, it's being irresponsible. It's being reckless.
Okay.
And there's consequences for these lies.
I agree with you 100%. But you and I can go back and forth on things that we felt like cost either jobs or money or even lives on both sides. I can bring up things with Biden if you want to do that. I'm happy to do that.
No, but because
there's no point in where we are right now in this country.
Well, why did you all beat up on President Biden?
And something.
Well, why did you all beat up on?
Happen yet?
So if we can go back and forth on either side, why did you all spend so much time beating up on Joe Biden and the Democrats when you know, just like I know, he's just a politician trying to do what he believes is the best thing for this country?
Yeah, Zeus, you got to be more specific. Again, you're very specific about Trump. Joe Biden is basically the past. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
For me to stand up here and rant and rave about things that Joe Biden did does not do anybody any good.
Well, it doesn't at this point. Not at this point, but you're having a very difficult time explaining to me how Donald Trump is going to help everyday Americans and do it better than Joe Biden.
Okay.
That's the part you're struggling.
I'm happy to talk about that. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about things that he hasn't done since he's not president yet, and things that he said he would do?
Well, we're going to start where we're currently at, which is he's not president, he's president-elect. And as president-elect, he's not fulfilling some of the promises he made during his campaign. To me, which is indicative,
Are you specifically talking about the war? Are you talking about the Ukraine war?
That's part of it, yes.
Okay, and what else in addition that he hasn't done as president-elect?
Let's just start there.
Appointing cabinet members? Is that what you mean?
If you want to talk about appointing cabinet members, here we go. We had Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. What happened to that?
Matt Gaetz resigned because he didn't want to be a distraction.
So here we go again. High turnover. Right?
Turnover?
During his first administration.
Person? Actually, there's two people. Another guy announced that he was removing his name too. I don't remember his name. But
so, and then Pete Hegseth, I believe, might not make it through the nominations as well. This is just my gut feeling. We haven't even gotten this thing off the ground, and we're already seeing signs of chaos. Right?
Zeus, would you agree with me that the signs of chaos are coming from both sides?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
This is his administration.
I'm not going to try to pretend
The
that I'm going to
delay-
change your mind on anything.
The
But
delay.
I'm happy to discuss it.
What about the delay in signing those transition team documents that help get us to vet those people, the background checks done? Why the delays? What about
I have no idea what you're referring to. I apologize. I have no idea.
Jared Kushner's dad, the ambassador of France. This guy's a felon. You know about that? I mean, we are night and day when it comes to what we are about to get into with Donald Trump. All right. Now, the only thing that I would say makes me feel a little bit better, honestly, is I've been through a Trump administration before. I have a couple of ways of navigating this, but this is at a new level because he knows where the levers of power are, and he's making it crystal clear he has no real intention on following the laws. It's really all about whatever he wants to do.
When Donald Trump was elected in 2016, did you feel the same way about him as you do now?
No.
So you felt like 2016 and what the actions during his presidency turned you away from any possibility of supporting him.
I actually at 16, as much as because I voted for Hillary, I did have some sort of hope that he would grow into the position and mature as president and really do the job. But he spent a lot of time golfing and arguing with the media. And somehow he managed to do something that I think is pretty impressive, right? He managed to get impeached twice. You know, that's only happened 4 times in American history. He managed to do it twice.
And he got acquitted twice, right?
And like I said, he mismanaged the pandemic, and then he went out on a high note by doing the insurrection thing.
You can make the argument that both sides mishandled the pandemic.
No.
So
DJ,
again, instead of dwelling on the past, can I ask?
DJ,
I'm sorry.
DJ,
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm just saying to you, at this point, especially, and then after he gets out the 4 indictments and the lawsuits, at this point, it's clear to me this guy hasn't gotten better. Leopards don't change their spots. He's just going to go all in. All right. Now, what were you about to say?
In your mind, there's no possibility that Donald Trump was, for lack of a better word, that Donald Trump was railroaded on these charges. There's no chance that that's the case.
There's always a possibility, right? Like you have the possibility to win the lottery, right? There's always a chance.
Sure.
Maybe not that big of a chance, though.
Okay. Well,
I would ask it in the inverse, but there's also a chance he was committing crimes, right?
There's a chance that anybody's committing crimes. You're absolutely right, Bruce. You're absolutely right.
So you see how you can play the game that way.
You think that there's a chance that Joe Biden was committing crims?
There's a chance.
Okay.
But right. Again, well, I think
that's fair.
I think well, you're welcome. All right, but the thing about it is, there's this guy on TikTok named Snuggles, all right, or some call him Snuggy. And the game we were playing was, it's not a crime until you get a docket number. Guess what? We got some docket numbers on Donald Trump. We never got any docket numbers on Joe Biden.
No, we did not. We did not.
So,
but there's certainly a lot of evidence.
So using your logic, you can't go and say Biden is committing crimes, but you can at least say, hey, there's a good chance Trump was committing crimes because we actually have.
If you're saying the only evidence is a docket number, yeah, you're right.
That's what Snuggles created. That's what Snuggles created. That's a MAGA demon.
Snuggles is, but I'm going to take your word for it. And if you believe in that, that's cool, man. I got no issues with that.
Yeah. So you don't have any.
Can I ask you one question?
All right, and then I gotta move it on. All right, but
and I appreciate you bringing me up and let me talk. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, you've done an excellent job trying, containing yourself. All right, because I've heard some interesting. Yeah, I know you can be a bad boy out here. All right, so
you as well. So Doge, what do you think about Doge?
Elon Musk, his little thing that is off the books, but working with
Ramaswamy.
Yeah, I mean, I heard someone, was it Jared Moskowitz? He's joining it, right? A Democrat trying to get in there and go after what their mission is to try to, I guess, curb the fraud, waste, and abuse within the government, which to me is a sign that you have good intentions, right? But I also am aware that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Would you be in favor of cutting government spending?
It depends on what we're cutting.
Okay.
Right? For instance, cutting spending where you allow Donald Trump to charge the government a lot of money to stay at his properties. You know what he did with Secret Service? Oh, yeah, we definitely need to cut that.
Okay. What about the
right?
Department of Education? Do you think that that needs to be cut back?
Well, if you can produce me the evidence that shows how the funds that are being allocated is contributing towards waste, then maybe, right? But
Okay.
a lot of the things that I understand is, when you start cutting people's budgets, you're basically sending people to the unemployment line. Most budgets primarily consist of personnel. I mean, yeah, you're going to have supplies and
No
equipment
argument.
and
No
you know what I
argument.
mean. But
That
somebody,
is something that has to be addressed.
yeah,
If they're
and so
talking about, I want to cut 15,000 government jobs, well, then you just created 15,000 unemployed persons.
and it makes
So,
it could make our country weaker as well. This is my big concern, right? Here we are in the middle of these major conflicts going on in the world, and you got people trying to make us weaker. Who does that help except for our adversaries? That's how I
well,
look
the
at
biggest
things.
key is going to be transparency. We got to know exactly what they're talking about.
And Trump isn't all about being transparent. He's the last person that would be transparent. This guy,
The guy coming out of office is
he's going to take away the visitor. He's going to take away the visitor log at the White House. You know what he's going to do. All right. He's not going to disclose his taxes, because remember how long it took to get his taxes?
But he did disclose them.
We had to fight him for it, DJ. Come on.
And
you should
Zeus,
be transparent.
He stood on national television in the debate, and he told Hillary Clinton, do I take advantage of the tax laws? Absolutely, I do.
But
The
he
man
never
stood
showed
in front of the nation and said that.
But why didn't he show his taxes right away?
Because he has his reasons. I do not have a good reason for you.
Because he didn't want us to see the money he was making from these foreign governments. That's part of the reason. All
If you
those
say so.
shell companies that he was routing that money through. We got it on record now. We've seen where he's getting his funding.
Again,
but
you're
you all
painting
don't.
Donald Trump into a picture like he's the only one.
No,
It's not. It's not a fair assessment, Zeus.
Well, he is to me. He's the only one that has properties to do this through, right? What other
Okay.
president has Trump towers and Trump golf courses and stuff like that? What other president is doing that?
What
And
other
milking-
president had
and
his
milking
son-
the system.
Again, you know what? You and I could argue about that. You were very kind in bringing me up here, man. I know you got to move on to other people, man. But listen, I hope you bring me up again sometime, and I promise that I'll have specific information that we can talk about. But I appreciate you bringing me up, man.
Fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is DJ. All right, DJ, ladies
right,
and
take care,
gentlemen,
dude.
you were very, very respectful. I'll give you a quick round of applause. All right, for being
Thank you,
respectful.
man. All right, bud.
All right.
Take care. Good luck to you here.
Yeah, you're welcome. But DJ, I also got to do it the other way, because you're still possessed with the MAGA demon, bro, and you know how this goes. If you can't at least acknowledge that you made a terrible decision by voting Donald J. Trump, DJ, then it makes me wonder, at what point will you at least be able to? That was a great conversation, but DJ, I need you to do better, bro. You can do better. I know you can. And stop mistreating my friends on this app, DJ, because you never know how things might pan out. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ, I got to give you this, bro. Let's give him a round of booze and shame. Get it under control.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. I mean, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. All right, let's go to the box. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was something else right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was something else. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good morning. Hi Shay, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. We're I think the truth that we're getting out there is starting to settle in. I see you, Morningstar. I got you. I see the truth is setting in, right? Because
Yep.
whether we're talking about these mass deportations or the tariffs, or now it's Donald Trump's lies, I think they're starting to kind of think to themselves, maybe we shouldn't have voted for Donald Trump. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think they're quite there yet. I think some people are there. Like I've seen some of the Palestinian voters and things like that. I think they're starting to regret a lot of it. I see some of that. I see some people like I said yesterday, it's the amnesia for me. Like, how did they forget, what the chaos was during the 4 years? And that's, when you hear guys like DJ, yes, you can actually have a conversation with him, which is great, unlike Bunny Fufu,
Mickey
You
P,
can't
thank
ever have
you.
a conversation with Fu.
Yeah, I tried with Fu, but he's too emotionally wrapped up into the lies that it's hard to penetrate. Keep it clean though, right? It's
Well,
hard
yeah.
to.
So let me make let me get this straight. Right? He's angry at Obama for mass deportations, right? But yet he voted for Trump, who promised mass deportations. I mean, this is why we can't take people like Bunny Fufu seriously, because his anger is just his anger. He's just angry,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He doesn't even know where to point it at. It's like a Tommy gun just gone loose. Like what? I don't even know where I'm aiming. Like I'm just gonna spew my BS everywhere and then see how that works out for me. That's what he sounded like. And
He was mad about the sponsorship program that Biden put in place to reduce illegal border crossings. It was lapsing, but he wouldn't acknowledge that the program was a good program.
Well, exactly. It was only like I love Law of the Wild. He always comes up and just says this is exactly what this program was and gives the facts about it, and that's exactly what it is. And I just it's like these were temporary solutions, to help alleviate some of the stuff that's going on in these nations, because a lot of these nations south of us are suffering through corruption, mass hurricanes, devastated economies, high rates of crime, things like that, to give them a chance to work, save some money, and then go back. They were always a temporary situation. And that's it. But all y'all have to do is really look into everything. Do I agree with everything that Biden did with the border? No. I think there were things he should have done a little better. But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and say, that he had bad intentions and that he was lying. The Democrats lie about all this. The Democrats never lied about DACA. The Democrats are still fighting for DACA. We're still fighting for DACA. The reason that you want to come up with me? Q Dog wants to come up with me. I'd love to have you, Q Dog. That's fine.
There you go. Hold on. Finish. Let's go. Welcome, Q Dog. Welcome.
Hey, Q Dog. How are you, man?
How you doing this morning? You just getting in?
Yeah, bro.
Lord have mercy.
Dealing with these bankers this morning.
Lord have mercy.
Oh no, that's not good. Or is it? I don't know. It can be good.
Oh man. Transition into a new system, and everything is not working correctly.
Oh, that's not fun. You got muted. Yeah, there you are. Okay.
W Coach in the chat, thank you for the subscription. You just joined one of the most amazing places on TikTok. All right, thank you. All right, now, but we're back to I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not going to stop doing it. The mass deportations, and you're saying that a lot of them, their anger towards Obama is misplaced, Shay?
Well, it is. It's misplaced with Obama because it's like he did what he needed to do, right? He was known as the deporter in chief. He made sure that the criminals were deported, right?
Right.
So he's doing all of that, and I don't understand. So you're mad at them, like, oh, you're screaming that Democrats are lying, using Hispanic people, black people, all of this. It's all BS.
I heard that. I heard he said that the Democrats are using Hispanic people as props. You don't believe that? Y'all don't believe that?
No, of course not. And listen, the reason that we haven't gotten things that we want to be done, like DACA and things like that, is because of the Republican Party. They vote no. And if they have control of the House or they have control of the Senate or things like that throughout the time periods, they will say no and they won't pass it. They won't help DACA. It's not the Democrats lying. It's the fact that we're only trying to do what we can. If we don't have the 60 votes in the Senate, we can't do half the stuff we're promising to do or wanting to do. I mean, it's ridiculous. Would you agree with that, Q-Dog?
Exactly. I mean, it's just like the whole shenanigans that they have with, the Democrats are not doing the right thing, and the situation with Joe pardoning his son or whatnot.
Yeah.
But you turn a blind side to everything that Trump has done, past, present, and potentially future.
Yeah.
You can't have both sides of the fence. You can't say, oh, well, that's not right that he's pardoning, but this guy's doing all kinds of antics in the White House, and y'all turning a blind eye to it.
That part.
That part.
That's the whole scenario of, oh, two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, but guess what? You're not even considering all the wrongs that he did.
Yeah.
You're making
Exactly.
excuses.
And Biden said he was not going to pardon his son at this time. Is what he said.
Well, here's the thing.
He didn't lie.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Bingo. Let's
If
go.
he is going to do it, guess what?
Thank you. Do you think?
Don't get mad when
See-
he decides to do it, and you're not saying anything or stepping up to the plate as a responsible person. Has nothing to do about parties, about right and wrong. As a responsible person, to say, you know what, he shouldn't have did that. Or he shouldn't have said that. And the craziest thing is, you have people that did vote for Trump that do recognize the wrongs they're doing. But guess what? You got them full-fledged MAGAs that say, you know what? You're not a part of us. Dude, stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous.
What about the pardoning of the January 6ers?
No.
I think if you did the crime, you should do the time.
Oh,
Because I promise you,
Yeah.
if that was a crowd of NAACP folks that went up to the Capitol that day, guess what? They would have tried to throw the book at them.
you don't think Trump would have called them hostages?
He would have made them hostage.
Oh,
Point blank, period.
wow.
Call them hoodlums, thugs, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But because they on the right side of what he believes, oh, they're patriots. Man, stop it.
We don't. Does it? Part of it is the fact that Donald Trump lied to these people.
He's still lying to them.
Yeah.
That's
and they believe it. And they believe it.
Oh, they all act in their own way, and they're true.
Wow.
They decided to lose their minds, and they decided to break into the Capitol. And they decided it's true. They did act on their own stuff.
Wait a
But
second.
They were made angry. They were lied to, so they were made angry by a set number of people around Trump, including him.
Melon Ray, send Zeus a guest request. You said that we are lying. Send me a guest
Oh,
request.
come on up there. We waiting.
I just want to clear up the air real quick because I don't like people like in the audience. Good morning, Straight Facts. I don't like when people start saying that a lot of us are lying. You too, JC. None of us are up here lying.
I'll tell you,
They don't.
They're not lying.
The craziest things they want to put all these little smart little comments in the box, but they don't want to confront the situation. If you believe everything that Trump is saying, guess what? I got some swampland in Arizona for you. Come in my inbox. Trust me. Just send me a cash app for the, and I'll send you the location.
Yeah.
I know. They sit there and go, "You're lying. You always lie. You voted for the biggest liar in chief on the planet." Like I do. It's so ridiculous to me.
Hi, JC.
Of course
You
they
don't
lie.
care about people
They-
lying to you.
all of them lie. I mean, they're all politicians. They're all rich elites. They don't care about us, truly. No matter
Hi,
what.
JC. JC, did you vote for Trump?
This is a long poll.
Captain.
You talking about me?
Yeah. Oh, Captain. I'm sorry. I called him. Sorry.
Yeah. I voted for Trump.
Okay. And you mentioned something about Hunter Biden. What was that?
Oh, I said y'all said they did the crime, so they should do the time, which I agree with. But so did Hunter Biden, so he shouldn't have been pardoned.
What was his
or
crime,
should he?
though, Captain? What was his crime? Do you know what it was? Like,
No, a felony for the gun charge for
Right, he
falsifying
signed- he signed
documents.
a piece of paper. Yeah,
You gotta
he
say
signed
pew pew on TikTok.
Are you driving?
Sorry, pew pew laws. Yes.
You can't be on here if you drive.
I thought, you can't have you if you're doing that, all right? Because, that definitely could be considered a crime on TikTok, all right? You know what we're going to do? Booze and shames for Captain. Goodbye, Captain. Hunter Biden is not a government employee either.
Yes, he was targeted. He paid back his taxes. His dad did not interfere with the justice system. That's what he promised to do. He was not going to interfere. He stayed quiet. He let him go through the justice process. He let him go through the trial. He let him go through whatever he committed. He pled guilty, right? He got his sentencing. Dad didn't interfere with any of that. I always knew that Biden would pardon his son. Why wouldn't he? At the end of the day, maybe he'd let him spend a little time. He wanted him to face his consequences. But when he lost and Donald Trump is appointing people like Kash Patel at the head of the FBI that has a hit list to go after the enemies and things like that, he's not going to let his son hang out to dry and be absolutely, degraded like he was. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene held up a picture of his private parts in the middle of a congressional hearing.
There you go.
This man was absolutely degraded. Yes, he's an addict. He had problems. He had massive problems. But the only reason they went after Hunter Biden was because his dad was president.
And that's the sad thing.
They could ever get on the Biden family. They could never find it on Joe, so they went after Hunter. And we're never going to defend Hunter Biden.
Doozy.
We understand he has problems.
Exactly.
To add mention to that, Shay, number one thing that Trump is trying to do, he's trying to get himself pardoned for all the stuff that he's done. So if he didn't do anything wrong, why is he trying to get back in office to get everything thrown out?
Bingo.
Well, exactly. And watch all the pardons that come out. All the people under the RICO charges for Georgia, all the stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene was asking for a pardon the other day. Why are they asking for pardons if they didn't do anything wrong?
Snuggles, please stay out of the chat. Why do you come every
Guilty.
day, bro? That pinky in the brain is just not doing it for me every day, bro. Stay out of the chat, man. Go back to your own platform.
Steve, good morning, real quick.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, so you're a Trump supporter, correct?
By a million miles, yes.
Wow.
A million miles. All right. What part of the country are you from, Steve?
Ohio and Florida.
All right. All right, so I saw a comment you put in the chat real quick. Let me make sure I get it correct because I don't want to make up things, all right? You said, so is Don Jr. rubbing his... Wait. No, that's not you. Hold on. Let me make sure I got what you said correct, all right? Hold on. All right.
I only got a minute, buddy. Sorry.
The Biden family is a family of thieves. I wanted to address that. What does that mean?
Well, I'm waiting for the brother, what's his name, James or whatever, Joe Biden's brother. I'm waiting for him to get pardoned. And hey, I understand I'd pardon my son too. Everybody would. But, why did Joe run his mouth and say he wasn't going to pardon him? That was stupid. And you know what? He could have did a whole lot different, but it's just what you get with these crooks. I mean, James Comer's got $27.5 million proving that these countries that don't necessarily like us, paying them off. And then you got Biden going over there to Ukraine and just saying, hey, you're gonna fire that dude or else you're gonna not get this. And then Trump does the same thing because the kids are corrupt, and yet they quid pro quo it, and then they chase after Trump. So, it's just what you get. I mean, it's been a terrible Democrat.
Wait a minute. Did you know? Terrible. Hold on. Did you know that James Comer has his own secret shell companies, and he never disclosed all of that information? I read it. It's on the internet. It's on the internet.
Yeah.
For years, James Comer mixed business with family and politics, including owning property with a major campaign donor and trading favors with convicted criminals. James Comer has railed on and on about shady shell companies and inexplicable business partners, when all along he's the one with shady shell companies and business partners with convicted criminals and major campaign donors. If it weren't clear enough, Comer nakedly partisan baseless. So he's a farmer and is acceptable. James Comer, a multimillionaire farmer, boasts of being one of the largest landholders in rural Kentucky hometown, and he has meticulously documented nearly all of his land holdings on congressional financial disclosure documents, roughly 1,600 acres. But there are 6 acres that he bought in 2015 and co-owns with a longtime campaign contributor that he has treated differently, transferring his ownership to the Farm Team Properties, a shell company he co-owns with his wife. So it seems to me that you should have some real issues with
Okay.
James Comer. And what about Donald Trump's corruption?
I said, let's dig through it. Let's see what the facts are, because they're going to counteract. But we know we've got it on Biden's. And Biden's an old man. He's a nice old man, and he gets to kowtow away. And when you can't
He
even
doesn't
try
care.
to tie him down,
Keep talking.
you
Y'all
know.
keep talking
Because there's
about
no evidence
Nah,
against
man.
him.
Hey, I'm out of
Biden's
time.
age.
There was evidence, Steve.
And my
We
voice
would
is
have
about
seen it.
gone.
They would have produced it. They never produced it. So
The evidence was
Trump
produced,
is
but
older too.
Biden's a nice senile old man who's still our president. I mean, the corruption runs deep. Barack Obama
nice senile old
has
man
his
who's
hand up
taking
Joe
health food
Biden's
I
ass.
got a
putting boots
question
on
for
the
you,
ground.
bro.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got a
I
question.
gotta go, man. I got my customer with me.
No, don't
right, bye.
don't skip out with your tail between your legs. I got a quick
Yeah.
question for you.
No, my voice is about gone. You
Okay,
can tell
no
probably.
heavy
Sorry.
lifting. Just listen. No. You ain't got to talk. Just listen. Your ears ain't gone hoarse.
Make a five.
My question is, what is it in the Trump sauce that got y'all believing that everything that he does is just 100% right? Are you in agreement that that all politicians are right in each other and whatnot? This is a quick yes or no question. You don't have
What
to
was
talk
that?
about it.
What was that last thing you said? What was the agreement of what?
You can either answer yes or no. Do you believe that all politicians tell the truth and everything is 100% on the truth? Yes or no?
See, you jump to a complete assumption like I'm 100% of this or that. You go and you try to put that out there like that.
You're deflecting.
You're
I asked you a simple
absolutely
yes or no
wrong.
question.
I don't like a lot of things
I
all
asked
kinds
you
of
a
people
simple
do.
question.
Donald
Why
Trump's
is it that y'all deflect when
1,000%
we
great
ask
to
a
me,
simple
but I'm
question?
telling you,
I asked you a simple yes or no
million
question,
miles
not a whole
better than the
conversation.
Democrat Party.
Do you believe that every
And well, you want to put it
politician
out there
is truthful?
100% for this or that. It's not the
Steve?
case, man. It's not the
Your deflection
case.
is telling me everything.
Yeah,
that
you
needs
guys
to be
want to
told.
put out little narratives
I just
or
asked
add
you a
to it.
simple
Yeah,
yes
I
that's
or
gotta
not
do
right,
it.
man.
All right, Steve. Go ahead and finish up the rest of your day. I gotta move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send Steve straight into the lake of fire. All right, the MAGA demons in control. Get out of here, Steve. Get out of here, Steve.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Nilu, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you, Nilu. When you subscribe, you live.
You see how, like, you answer a simple yes or no question, they want to go all the way into
Yeah.
left field.
Yeah.
They avoid it like the plague.
Exactly. Well,
Simple
listen, you
yes or no
two.
question. Do you believe that all, because they know where I'm going with the question.
Yeah.
They don't want it because well, you trying to include Trump with it. Yeah. You think not? Come on.
Well, Steve
Do you
knows
believe
he's
that every politician tells the truth. That's including previous presidents. Come on, man.
They know the
Make
answer.
it make sense.
They know the answer. Now listen, I gotta move it on YouTube.
All right. Thank you.
W Shay WQ Dog. All right. It's truly a team effort. I like how you said yesterday we're like Shaq and Kobe. All right, bro. Seriously, they're getting
we all on the court every day, bro.
We're gonna keep doing it because we're just going to be pointing out as we watch this new administration, and we're just going to show you. We're just going to tell you. That's all we got to say is we tried. We tried.
Thank you.
We got Shay coming off the bench.
Thank you.
6
Thank you.
points.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you too. Love you both. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's a show of force out here. We are not telling any of you any lies. We are preparing you so that when Donald Trump gets into office and things don't go the way you thought they were supposed to go, you don't come running to us and say, hey, why don't you support us with this cause? I'm going to tell you, absolutely not. I am preparing you, Kay. Kay, send me a guest request. Kay, listen, this is Kay, send Zeus a guest request. I have no reason to get up every day and lie to you all. Lou, you say I'm a hypocrite, Lou? What does that mean, Lou? Please come on up here. I'll help you out, Lou. I'll help you lower your taxes, and we can drill, baby, drill. But you got to be willing to be open and honest. You got to have an open mind, Lou. Kay, you said I don't prepare you? So okay. Who else is telling you that you're going to end up spending a lot more money at the grocery store? Who else on TikTok is telling you that, Lou? Who else is telling you your cars are going to cost more? Who else is telling you that we're heading towards World War III? Because if you haven't read what Donald Trump has said on his social media platform, he's ready to drop bombs like it's he's ready to do it. So he's not ratcheting down. He's ratcheting up. Think about this, Lou and Kay. The world you're going to be in, war's going to be in abundance. Those egg prices, they're going to go through the roof. We're talking quadruple what they are now. This last Thanksgiving that you had, I posted a video. I said, as much as great as this food tastes, I am aware, next year this food could cost 4 times what it costs today because of Donald Trump's mass deportations and his tariffs. All right, so if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here, and you can try to pretend like it's not going to happen. But a lot of us, because we actually know how to do math and read the numbers, we look at this and we're going, there's no other way around it. Either he's going to do it, or he's going to be the weakest loser on the face of the planet. One of the two. Either way it goes, it's not good. Either way it goes, it's not good for you Trump supporters. All right. All right, so please put a 1 in the chat. All right, and we will help you. Yeah, I agree. Dump Trump. I need my eggs protein. Keep me strong against MAGA. I agree. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to get up here. And you know who's been real quiet though this morning. Those so-called brothers and sisters out there that said that this administration was looking out for them, right? Like I said, a lot of them aren't getting those high-level cabinet positions in his administration. Don't you want to know why? Don't you want to know why? All righty then. All right, who do we have next? All right, I guess we don't have any Trump supporters out there that want to get up here and defend their daddy. So I guess we know what it is. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. Welcome to the show. F-MAGA, F-Trump.
Zeus, how you doing, brother?
I am all right. How have you been?
I've been good, Zeus. I've been good. Can't complain. Just enjoying the fruits of Trump's labor and all the things that he's doing and not doing and the debacle of his cabinet. I was reading the article, Zeus, and I had deja vu because you remember back when he got elected, 2016, and all the crazy stuff with his cabinet. How he was firing people, and it made me think because you were talking to the one MAGA. He was kind of like a nice MAGA, so I don't think you threw him in a lake of fire. But
DJ,
maybe you did.
DJ, he got both ways. Yeah, he got it both ways. Okay,
yeah. And I was reading an article on Political where it was talking about how Trump is facing new setbacks as he tries to fill his cabinet. So over the last 24 hours, he lost the Drug Enforcement Administration pick that he had, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You heard about that, right? And also, we already know about Pete, what's his name, Hegseth?
Pete Hegseth,
that dude.
Yeah.
Yes. He's struggling to get support from the Senate.
His own mama his mama helping him now, right? I saw his mom on Fox News trying to plead to Donald Trump, please let my son in. I wrote that email in haste.
She can't take back that letter. Nope. See, one thing about a mama, we gonna tell the truth about our kids. We gonna love them anyway, but we gonna let you know how stinking and trifling they is. And she told the absolute truth about her son. So you can't take it back, moms. You just gotta say, listen, just give him a chance if you want to just help him get in. But this is who he is. He is who he is, right? So you can't take it back. So all these shakeups that's happening with, already, he hasn't even taken the oath yet. But these picks it's a picks of the Decepticons.
Yeah.
The Decepticons.
The Decepticons.
That's really what
Doozy, they were her words, Doozy. Go listen to her interview on Fox News. Please stop, Doozy.
Y'all just love to get up here and lie. I mean, you guys got what you want. You got the orange dude in. Okay, now you want to cry. I don't get it. You have buyer's remorse. What in the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, these picks are, we got Matt Gaetz. He withdrew because, the ethics committee was about to put his stuff out in the open, and he didn't want to go through all of that. So
Yeah.
he left. And then the guy, what is his name? Chad Krausner. He was a DEA administrator. He abruptly withdrew.
Nope, I don't
from
want to go through.
consideration.
I don't want to go through that background check and have all of my
They
dark
don't want to go
secrets.
through that. Exactly.
Hey.
That leads me to that. Go ahead.
Johnny, there's a brother named Johnny in the chat. Johnny sent us a guest request. He says, y'all wishing ill will on President Trump.
No,
that's a darn shame. Could you address this MAGA demon, Ms.
Johnny, get
Morningstar?
up here and talk. Let's talk about it, Johnny. Get up here and talk about it. 'Cause
Johnny.
the thing is, I don't give a damn about President Trump. He's POS to me. Okay? He a POS. He's a rapist. He's a liar.
Johnny sent a guest request.
His only reason the only reason he wanted this position was to keep himself clear from going to prison.
Thank you.
Already know he does not care anything about this country at all.
Morningstar,
Because if he cared, then
oh, sorry. Please continue. Please
go
continue.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
I hear what you got to say.
I want to know, could you help Johnny understand, this is a brother out there, I don't know where he's from, that nothing he does, nothing he says, no shoes that he can buy and purchase that allow him to tap will ever allow Donald Trump to accept him? Could you help him understand that? He's from Texas.
There's nothing you can do, Johnny. Johnny, simply because the color of your skin, first of all, he looks at you as if you're not even comparable to him. You're not worthy. He already said, they're coming to take your black jobs. Johnny, I don't know about your black job, but nobody can just take my black job. So who is he comparing us to, Johnny? He comparing us to who? People who work lower wage jobs just to feed their family. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you have to do. But he doesn't understand some of us make higher paying ending jobs. He can't just come over here and take our jobs.
Thank you, Morningstar. W Morningstar in the chat. All right, Johnny, we're trying to help you get out of the... We're trying to help you get out, Johnny, like the movie. But you got to be willing to...
Get out.
Thank
You're
you.
in the sunken place, Johnny. And it's bad when you're in the sunken place. That movie is real because that's what's going on right now. The people are in this stuck.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm going to watch Get Out tonight, now, Morningstar. And I'm going to think about Johnny as I'm watching it, all right? Because it'll be funny. It's funny that way. And not just Johnny, all the black Trump supporters out there.
Jesus. And Johnny probably is the one he was trying to say what he wanted to say, but that tear started rolling down.
Hey, that's hilarious. Because I remember that part. That was my favorite part of the movie. I said,
I was trying to tell you.
They got you. They got you.
Oh, good.
Hey,
it's
but at least he ain't woke though. At least he ain't woke. But he broke. He broke. All right.
That boy stuck. Woo! Johnny, somebody help Johnny. Johnny boy. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. Trump's team finally decided to sign the agreement with the DOJ for the security clearance, right?
Thank God.
But they not signing everything. They leaving some things out, and then some of these people are jumping ship because they're like, "Whoop, they about to do a background check, FBI." Oop, let me get up out of here, because they already know they the group of Decepticons. Man, they don't want to be exposed.
Yeah.
This is what we're facing. And so as we sit here and watch this debacle of deplorables, as Hillary called them, which she's absolutely right, as we watch this happen, all we can do is think about back in 2016 when he had better people, but still he wound up firing half of them because they were not loyalists. And this is all about the loyalty to Trump. It's not about their skill level. It's not about what they can bring to the American people. It's not about keeping us safe. It's about what the hell can you do for me to keep me in this high power and keep me strong. That's all.
Thank you. And
the Decepticons.
There you go. Well, listen, Miss Morningstar, I appreciate you, my sister, having the courage to get up here and tell the truth like that. All right, I really do.
Thank you,
Miss
Zeus.
Morningstar in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected.
Love you, chat. Love you, Kingdom. Man, thanks, Zeus. I
You're-
appreciate you, brother. Keep
you're-
fighting the good fight.
I will and I shall. All right, that's real talk. All right, this is what we're
Real
doing.
talk.
All right,
Have
all right.
a good one, Zeus.
You too, you too.
Thank you for the gifts, chat.
Yeah, they love you. All right, W, Miss Morningstar. I don't get why a lot of these people in the chat are so upset and triggered, all right, by the truth. Maybe you didn't hear my message at the top of the show, but to the Trump supporters that are out there, I know it bothers you that the Democrats aren't crying on TikTok and we're laughing and we're still able to have a good time, right? I know it bothers you, but if this is bothering you, like I said,
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right, Misha?
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
all right, real quickly, I'll do one more Trump supporter, and then we'll move on with the show and wrap things up. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here, and guess what? We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll help you lower your taxes and pay down your debts, all right? But I think from what I'm seeing and what I'm gathering from these conversations, there's real concern out there. Whether you're a black for Donald Trump, yeah. I hear no lies, pack your bags, right, Johnny? If you're black for Donald Trump, you know that he's not going to appoint you in any of his cabinet positions. All right. He's not going to help give you any kind of economic relief. All right. As a matter of fact, it's going to be worse. All right. You also know, if you're a Trump supporter, that guess what? The prices of things that you've grown accustomed to buying are going to go up. And unfortunately, this is the new reality. This is what you've all created for yourselves. And so as we move closer and closer to the inauguration MAGA, don't ask Zeus to explain anything to you, all right? Because I understand now, and I think, what was his name? Tiny Tink Top Tim Tom. You know who he is. He said it best. It doesn't matter policy-wise. It doesn't matter all of that stuff the Democrats were offering us. What matters is whether they're Democrat or not, all right? And if they're Democrat, we're not supporting them. And guess what happens? Now your egg prices are going up. Gas prices, used car prices soaring through the roof. You have to live knowing that in the event we have another pandemic and Donald Trump's president, look at the people he's picked. Look at his behavior. You're going to be in fear. You're going to be living in fear because you're going to always know there's a good chance he's lying to us about what's really happening. And you're always going to know that he's probably giving Vladimir Putin some of our supplies behind our backs. This is the world you Trump supporters have voted for. There will be no survival. Don't trust Zeus. He talks in circles. I don't get that. I don't get that. Why does he? Hold on. Why do you keep coming
I want
back
to make
here?
a steak. I want to make another steak bet with you, brother.
I don't need to do
prices. About the prices. If you think the prices are going to go up in 2 years, let's
Yeah.
make a
No.
year.
They're going to go up immediately.
No, they're up now. I want to make it.
Well, why do you think they're up? Why do you think they're up?
No, you've been losing all along. Let's make a steak bet that the prices will be up by a year from today.
Okay, well, let's just do the math real quick.
You've been wrong for all
The
this
only
time. I beat
listen,
you
listen,
already, bro.
listen.
Make
If
the
he
bet.
does, so for instance, hypothetically speaking, he says he's going to do the mass deportations. If he doesn't do the mass deportations at the scale he promised, then yeah, we're
Right.
going to have a problem.
Right,
If
we're
those
cleaning up your mess.
if he, and I hear you all already saying, well, he's probably not going to do the blanket tariffs because That's a little extreme. So, as far as I'm concerned, there's going to be an opportunity for those promises he made that some of you on the right are going to try to sabotage.
Let's put a stake bet on it.
No, I don't need to.
You're telling people that the prices are going to go.
Oh, they are. They are. As a matter of fact,
let's
they've
put
already
your money
started.
where your mouth is in a year from now. Let's put your money where your mouth is, and let's put a stake bet on it.
Guess what, Snuggles? It's not going to work.
Right,
I know you're scared,
losing, bro.
I know you're scared.
You know you're losing, bro.
They've already started. Look at that. There you go. So listen, Snuggles.
Now listen, the mass deportation is because you guys let everybody in. That's why we're having a mass deportation. Can you please explain to us why you let people in?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that question. I'm glad that you.
Right.
So, okay,
Right.
5 ways undocumented immigrants are powering the American economy. So I'll name the first one. No. Are you allergic to information?
Oh no, because Obama did it.
Okay, no. No.
Why did Obama do mass deportation?
Snuggie. Let's read it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Agriculture. Undocumented workers make up 25, and this is from Cornell University, by the way. Undocumented workers make up 25% of all farm workers in the United States. The majority of these workers are overworked and put in at least 10 hours of work per day in arduous conditions to feed American families.
Right. That's what they did during the Biden administration, yes.
So do you have a problem with that?
Yes, that's why we're deporting everybody.
So,
we don't want that here.
So you have a problem with them helping to feed American families at an affordable price?
If they didn't check in at court, they broke the law. They're illegal.
Okay. How would that...
If I went to another country and I was there and I didn't check in after and extended my visa without permission, I'd be in a jail cell.
Okay, but 25% of the work is being done by undocumented migrants.
They didn't check in for court. They're illegal, bro.
So you acknowledge if you get rid of these people, the prices of things that you like to buy are going to go up.
No, they're not.
Okay. Keep believing it.
Stake bet me.
Number two. I'm going to read all 5 to you because I know you can't process.
Go ahead.
Building, grounds, keeping, and maintenance. Undocumented workers make up 19% of maintenance workers. These laborers tend to work on low wages for 12-hour shifts, often 7 days a week.
How much does a fruit picker make? How much does a fruit picker make in Chicago? $17 an hour, bro. That's still good pay. You're okay.
Does it? Snuggle? How many people out there think
price,
7?
bro.
Hold on.
Americans
How
gonna
many
get
people?
that.
How many Trump supporters out there believe $17 is good pay?
It's good
in
right?
Chicago. In Chicago. Because Snuggie, guess what?
It's great,
Snuggie,
bro.
guess what? Guess what?
If you got that with all your food stamps,
look at that. Look at that.
Right.
Yeah. In Chicago. See, Snuggie.
You'll be all right.
Look at all these Trump supporters. They don't even want to say that that's good pay.
So what you're saying is harbor illegals. That's good. Let's talk
look at
about
that. Thumbs down. They don't think it's enough money. But that's what it takes.
But they like harboring illegals and paying them cheap.
Snuggles. Do you understand that if you increase the wages, inflation will go up, right? So
you understand you're harboring illegals by giving them lower pay? By keeping them here? You want them to be slaves. You complained about cotton picking years ago with your ancestors, and you want them to pick for cheap labor here?
Oh, you're getting a little triggered, huh?
No.
Oh, yeah. I see. I
see. Don't complain about your oppression when you want slaves here.
Ladies and gentlemen, see, that's what I realized. Lecture over. Snuggles, once again, I know how to bust you up and crush you inside and get you to expose who you truly are better than anyone else on this app, bro. It's self-hatred. You hate yourself. Congratulations, Snuggie. The only one picking cotton is going to be you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me warm up that lake of fire for Snuggie. This bright and early. What is today? Wednesday? I needed something to do like this. I'm going to let it simmer a quick second for you, Snuggie. I'm not a praying man at that level, but if I could pray, I'd say, Lord, please. Make Snuggles eggs cost $100, actually $1,000 a dozen. All right, because he needs to learn the hard way. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Snuggles not just into the lake of fire, but we're gonna send him way down there. Let's send him there. Brewing and Shane. And that's what you call a certified MAGA demon right there. It didn't take long for the racism to come out, right? You saw that. And to the blacks out there, any blacks for Donald Trump out there, put a 1 in the chat, because I wanted to make sure you saw that. Because this is what I've been saying. It's not going to get any better for you. This is who you decided to partner up with and side with. Y'all are in a world of hurt. Y'all are in a world of hurt. Oh, Philandino, come on up here real quick, if you don't mind. This is what I wanted you to see. Hi, Yazzie.
Hi, I'm not really a Trump supporter. I just wanted to get up here because I've been trying for days.
What was that? You're not Trump supporter.
I've been trying to get up here for days. I'm sorry I lied. I've been trying.
Well, we can't have liars in the kingdom. All right, bro. Listen, I appreciate you, but we can't do any lying like that. Come on, bro. I don't want to do it. All right, but send another guest request. I'll bring you up on another day. I just don't want to bring you up here under that pretense. All right, bro. Seriously, we got to be honest out there. All right. So, you know what? Look at the time. I'll bring up one more person. All right, and I got to get up. Actually, you know what? We'll try to be brief. Hi, Yazzie. Welcome to the show. All right, we'll try to be brief. All right. Hi, Yazzie. Welcome.
Hey guys. Oh, thank you I wanted to come up with Darn Snuggles, but that's okay. I just wanted to tell them the reason we have undocumented workers here is because Republican farmers, all those big farmers that don't want to apply for H-2A, H-2B visas to actually bring them legally here, because they do have to pay them at minimum a minimum wage, offer them housing, minimum care.
So you said Republican farmers? You said Republican?
Yes, Republican farmers. And the ones, they'd rather have illegal workers, and they're the actual ones that actually call ICE on their own workers. When they're done with like dairy farms in Colorado, we have an ICE detention center. And Colorado had to pass a law, which now the Republicans are fighting and taking us to court, that they want. So we don't let ICE work with our sheriff's department. So we sued our sheriff's departments to stop doing that. And these people, they bring them to their dairy farms, to their feed yards, to their hog farms. They work them to death, and then they send them back to their countries.
Wow.
While they still charge them taxes, they give them 1099, so then they have to get an I-10 number, which is that's how people with no Social Security, even though they get no Medicare, no any benefits, Social Security, they still have to file taxes. They give them 1099s, make them apply for an I-10 number, and then they work them to death. There wouldn't be any illegal workers if there wasn't jobs for them to take. Okay, everybody remember that. There would be no illegal workers here if people weren't hiring them. So stop with this rhetoric.
Thank you, Yazzie.
I'm going to tell you, they're not going to mass deport these people who they pay in pennies on the dollar. What they're going to do is, did you hear that they bought all that land in Texas? What is it, 1,400 acres?
Yeah, I heard.
Concentrated. Yeah. So what they're going to do is that it's like slavery when you go into jail and they get to use you as literally labor for pennies on the dollar.
It's slavery. It's basically a way of making them slaves. Right?
And we've done it before in the past. We are not Americans we even in the Depression era, we deported our own citizens who were of Mexican descent, citizens, and they had to give
And Yazzie is a farmer, all right? She's a woman farmer, a Latin woman, all right, in the beautiful state of Colorado. So she's more than qualified to speak on these issues. She knows firsthand, all right? These are real, true stories. It's not fear-mongering. It's truth.
Here.
Sorry, Yazzie.
I'm going to open my door so you guys can see in front of my house. See what real Colorado looks like.
Show them. Thank you, Yazzie, ladies and gentlemen. And do you have any room for us to do you have any way that we can force Snuggles to work on those farms? I would love to see Snuggles out there, Yazzie. Is there anything he could do out there? Maybe have him pull up one of those trees. Could you have Snuggles do something like that? Because I'm pretty sure if we could get him out there in that back-breaking, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, Yazzie. I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
Okay, so don't get me started about how you guys have no idea what happens on these rural farms.
Dig holes? Okay. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot of land.
yeah.
That's a lot of land. Oh my God!
Yes,
And
yes, yes, yes.
we wouldn't pay Snuggles a crying dime. By the way, we would make him do it for free to get the because he owes America. Now that I think about it,
I farm 5,500 acres of land, people, and I we call it cow calf operation. You can't tell me what I don't know about my prices, what I don't know how the tariffs. I am grateful enough the tariffs will not affect me because I feed animals. I do not feel my corn is grown for animal consumption, not for human consumption.
thank you. Thank you. You hear
Okay.
that, trash bait?
And
Yazzy's way more qualified, way more successful than you, bro. If I were you, I would sit your special behind down and keep listening to this broadcast, trash bait,
and
because you're
I'm
getting
going to tell
cooked,
you,
bro.
I have decades because we have been here even before 1848 when we had to buy our land back. We've been here. That they only consider us 6 generations from the time we bought our own land back. We were already here before those 6 generations that they so-called call us Americans, but we are Mexican descent because this was Mexico's land. Don't get me that I'm going to keep feeding Americans. And I made a 20% profit this year. 20%, which is great for a farmer. Okay, I'm going to tell you that you guys don't believe in price gouging. I do not. Your steak prices come from a slaughterhouse, not from me. Okay, I sell my cattle. I made 20% extra on my cattle this year. That you guys are being price gouged. You guys are paying 50 to 100, even at some places 500% more for a commodity or a food. Shame on Republicans for not helping pass any legislation. We Democrats did not have the House. We could not pass any legislation on price gouging. We could not get any Republican to come to our side. But I just want to tell you, I'm lucky enough that I've done this for 6 generations under all my other family. Even before that, I have contracts with local areas, so I don't have to send my crops or my cattle anywhere. But I'm going to tell you, other farmers, I'm coming after you.
Thank you. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, W Jazzy in the chat, looking so beautiful. Oh my God, can you believe that? You know you got this trash bait character, him and Snuggles. You trigger them, Yazzie, every time they see you and they see you shining. They see all of this success radiate. I mean, look at the way the sun is hitting you as well. They get so triggered. All right.
It's because I'm doing the work, real Americans. And shame on you guys who voted for Trump. And you guys, you fast around, you're gonna find out, and you're probably all gonna burn in the lake of hell, like Zeus said. Okay.
Thank you. W Yazzie Jazzy in the chat. All right, let's give her a round of applause.
You're Triple H for a reason. You're Triple H for a reason.
All right. Thank you so much, Yazzie.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All
Have
right.
a great day.
All right. That is my beautiful friend, Yazzie Jazzy. All right. It doesn't get any better than that. All right. We got to end it with a bang. Hi, Straight Facts. How are you?
What's going on, Zeus? How you doing?
All right, little Miss W. I'm doing all right. I mean, as you can see, MAGA is really, as far as I'm concerned, getting worse.
They are. And I was in here in chemistry. I was in here and I realized that they can see a lie a mile away when it's not Trump telling that lie. And the reason why, Zeus, is because it's worked for him. Let me explain to you how it's worked for him.
Please do it.
Let's start way back when Christopher Columbus supposedly had found this land.
Oh.
See how that lie worked?
I remember that when 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue, something like that. Remember they taught us that in school?
Yeah.
They made it into a nice jingle.
Right, and remember they said that there was no one here when they found the United States, the land here, the Americas. Well, if there was no one here, where did the indigenous people come from?
Oh.
That was the first lie. See, it worked for them. And we got a whole holiday behind that lie. The second lie is this. The second lie is the Civil War. You know how they lied and said that it was because of states' rights, and really they fought that war to be able to own humans. Remember that? That's the second lie. that they tell. The third lie that they tell is that Democrats the Democrats of today were the ones who wanted to keep people enslaved. But yet it's the Democrats of today that are fighting to take down the monuments to remind us that we were.
Thank you.
I believe that's the third lie. And I believe that the fourth lie is this. The January 6ers were Antifa.
Oh.
But they're hostages at the same time.
Ooh, they believe everything. Right. They don't care. No shame. Shame.
And let me give you two more little lies that they tell, because I just want you guys to understand the reason why they lie like that and they stick to it, because it works. The other lie that they tell is this: that Donald Trump did a great job as president of the United States.
Nobody believes that.
Nobody believes it. We know it's a lie. Let me tell you the last and final lie that they tell.
Go ahead, straight back.
This is the reason why Donald Trump is going to be the president of the United States again. Because they get on a plane from Australia, Scotland, Ukraine. And magically, when they land in the United States of America, they're white teeth.
Oh my God. You know how that works. The magic wand. Yeah.
The magic wand just whoop whoop. All of a sudden makes some white tea again. But guess what? They've only been in power for about 500 years. And we know that is a very short period of time compared to others.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention the others. You know, we are the blueprint after all.
There you go.
What's going to end up happening? This is just my forecast, is that they're going to see how much of a cluster Donald Trump is these next 4 years. We're not going to get in the way of it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a pandemic to shine it over. It's not going to be any of those things. And we get to see Donald Trump just in the exact light that he is, without any lies. Because guess what? We're tired of these lies. We're tired.
Yeah.
We have decided that we will no longer participate in these lies. We will no longer have conversations with you guys, and that's based on the lies that you tell. Amen. So this last and final lie, I predict, is not going to work.
Nope.
And when these 4 years are over, that's going to be it for the Republican Party.
Amen. Amen. Yep.
So you guys don't get so upset about these lies, because we are all waking up. You know the woke word that they can't stand?
Oh, yeah.
You know that. You know that one.
They don't want to be woke, but they want to be broke. All right?
They don't want to be broke. Right. But they can't afford eggs, but I didn't see not nary person on Thanksgiving. They were buying eggs. They ain't lost no weight. It was Black Friday shopping.
Sure was. Yeah, line wrapped around the mall all day, every day. But they, oh my God, these people, they have no clue. Straight facts. You're spot on.
Yeah, we know a lie when we see a lie, MAGA.
Yeah.
And we know that the reason why you went out and voted for Donald Trump, it wasn't because of policy. We know he has concepts of a policy. It wasn't because he did such a good job. You know he's a liar.
That
you have the audacity to sit up here and be clutching your pearls about Joe Biden pardoning his son. You know doggone well any other father, loving and doting father such as Joe Biden, would have done. No, we know exactly why you guys voted for Donald Trump, and that was because he is a white tea man. So let's just keep it 100. You guys are racist POSs, and the sooner that you admit it, the better. We will actually respect you more. But guess what? They're not going to admit it, because you know why?
Why is that?
The lies have been working for them.
Oh.
So they can continuously lie in our face, and we're going to keep on believing it. I don't believe a word that Stinky, Tiny Tim, Tom, DJ, and any of the rest of them say. You'll lie to the bottom of the grave and then turn around and say, well, why can't we be friends? Well, MAGA, we can't be friends because you guys are liars.
Thank you. And that, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what you call a rap. W Straight Facts. W Straight Facts in the chat. No lies detected. We cooked MAGA this morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Cool.
All right, you know I love you. I gotta get back to my regular career.
All right.
I do have one because I don't lie.
Nope.
And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.
I
Straight
do too.
facts.
All right,
Thank
I
you
do
for
as
the
well.
show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we cooked and we booked this morning. All right, but now wait a second. Shay, you said you wanted to address something Snuggles said real quick. All right, what?
I just
Go
want to remind Snuggles that the cotton pickers, i.e., slaves, were not paid for their labor, i.e., the terminology and definition of what slavery is.
Yeah. Well,
so
Snuggles.
when you tried to throw out all of that, you sounded ridiculous, Snuggles.
When Snuggles is poorly educated, and when you corner him, he defaults to the race baiting. That's why they go around and they say Zeus is a race baiter. No, it's not me. It's you. When the facts start to come and you get overwhelmed, oh my God, Zeus, you're just slaying me all day long. Then he does the little race baiting trick, but I'm not biting on it. I'm not biting on it. You go do that wherever you do that at, but you know exactly what I mean when I say those egg prices are coming up. And if we telling you the prices of your groceries are going to affect, go up, and that makes you do the race baiting thing, then that means I really am in control, right?
Well, exactly. And the thing is that, who opened the door for 10 million illegals, as you like to call them? Who opened the door for all of this? Ronald Reagan.
Ooh.
Ronald Reagan started this. And the Republicans refused to do anything to stop it because they know that many Republicans are in for cheap labor. That's not slavery, by the way. Not when you talk about cotton pickers like you did. When you go back to the 1800s, when we talk about slavery, they weren't paid. They were enslaved, which means they were not free. They couldn't go home. They couldn't see their families. They could none of that. They weren't free. So please stop bringing in slavery and the past unless you know how to talk about it correctly. Because all you're doing is race baiting, Snuggles.
Snuggles, yeah.
All you're doing is actually race baiting when you want to bring up that to a black man, by the way.
Thank you,
That's
Shay.
what that is. I just wanted to come up and correct all of that.
Cooked and booked, Shay. Thank you so much. All right, and we did deep fry Snuggles in the lake of fire. He got a lot of work to do in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, W. Shay in the chat once again. All right.
Thanks for giving me the chance.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Moderate Republican. I've been cooking, folks, all day long. It's so easy. It's like driving a stick shift all over again. Moderate Republican. Once you learn how to do it, you'll never forget it. I know how to do it like I know the back of my hand. All right, and that's just because it's so easy. Like Straight Facts said, you all love to be lied to. You don't care about policy. You don't care about facts. You just care about the lie and preserving, whatever it is you believe in. But guess what? You won't be saying anything once those egg prices go up. I know how to get under your skin. Those egg prices are going to go up. Those gas prices are going to go up. Those hamburgers with bacon, and if you like all that, ground beef, pork, and all that's going up like you've never seen it before. We're headed towards a 1929 style depression, and with Donald Trump's so-called toughness, guess what we're about to do? We're about to end up in World War II, or World War III, World War IV, 5, 6, all over again. This is what you all voted for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here, all right? No, don't say thanks to the current administration unless you're talking about things like the Inflation Reduction Act, the infrastructure, the Chips and Science Act, the $35 insulin and things like that. Then you say thanks to the Biden administration. You say thanks to the Biden administration for that thing, but all the stuff that I just talked about, no, that's definitely Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans' fault. Before I get out of here, I want to give you all a round of applause, especially my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. All right, but I also it's okay. You don't gotta lie to come up here. All you gotta do is just send a guest request, and eventually I will try to bring you up. All right, but it's a very jam-packed agenda every morning. All right, Philandino, I appreciate you, bro. I also want to give one last round of booze and shame, and you know exactly who this goes out to. It goes to all the Zeus haters out there, and they know exactly who they are. All right, they get on TikTok day in and out. Trash bait. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever it is you want to talk to Big Zeus about, I'll bring you up tomorrow and I'll iron you out like a brand new shirt, all right? Like it's fresh out of the cleaners, all right? But to all of my Zeus haters, you deserve this. You know what you do. You promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. And you just worship Donald Trump, which to me is disgusting and disturbing, and you're not Christians. Let's give them a huge round of boos and shame. Thank you. You're welcome.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and on that note, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, right? Thank you, Deb. W Deb in the chat. Y'all made me go into overtime this morning. I'm almost back to 100%, ladies and gentlemen. All right. W and how are you doing? All right. I love you too, Deb. Thank you so much. W Bounce, my sister out there, keep up the wonderful work that you're doing. All right. Y'all know what this is like right now, right? You've ever seen your favorite team down and then they come back and win? That's where we're at as Democrats. All right, we're gonna come back and win at the end of the day. I love you too. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, Trash Fade, it is over. I gotta get out of here, Q-Dog. I gotta get out of here. Look at the time, bro, but we'll talk again, my brother. All right, Big C, I love you. W and in the chat. Mickey P, let's go, let's go. Gotta be able to hit that. Jorge, George, I'm not a liar. I think you're the liar. Don't get in my live and start projecting. You could have sent me a guest request, and I would have ironed you out right here. But you didn't send the guest request, so that makes you a victim. Hey, that's what you do. It's called connecting the dots. All right. Take care. Thank you all. You said it's the best show on TikTok. Thank you. I would definitely say W have it in the chat. I would definitely say it's turned into something like that. Yes, I upload the videos to YouTube in case you missed it all. I love you too, Rainy. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's folks like you that make me feel real good. Angel, W Angel as well. Thank you, Bounce. Corvette Girl, I love you too. Great show. Let's go. Yeah, we cooked MAGA this morning. Y'all better come in here and show some respect. And it's not just here. Wherever you go, show respect on this app. All right, this is about building community. All right, it really is about building community. All right, I got to get up out of here, but I know you all want to do it, and we got to do it because it is what it is. All right.
Kamala acted against all this in the polls. She said, "I like fracking very much."
No, we're gonna drill, baby, drill.
Frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna do a little bit of this, and then I got to get out of here. Yeah, Sticky Fingers.
Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling some.
Right, Ange?
We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna drill. We're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes to insane asylums.
That's what we're doing.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack, drill, there's a frack. So baby, there's a less of fracking. She was against fracking, against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all of a sudden everybody knew to Africa, when she was dead and killed in the past. She said, I like fracking very much. Let's go. They always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left mark.
you can't help it. And we're gonna flip that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna drill. We're gonna take out so much money.
We're gonna pay down the debt. We're gonna lower your taxes.
Insane asylum.
You know, and they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack.
Drill, baby, drill. Like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill.
That's my jam right there.
Insane asylums.
You know they go crazy.
You know they go crazy when I say
what do they
the
say?
late great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
They're up, ladies and gentlemen.
Lower your taxes.
All right, I gotta get up out of here. They know they go crazy. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. And continue to drill, baby, drill. All right.